What's poppin' podcast people? What's going on? Your boys, the Nothing But Action podcast here again with episode 35. We're here with our OKC KD number pod. But before we get started though, how y'all doing, bro? How was y'all's week?
It's been pretty alright. Getting ready for college again. So
been chilling, man. Man. Doing good.
But before we so glad to hear that, by the way. But before we get into these topics, Bino will not be joining us today, but he does have a message that he wants to pass on to everybody. He wants us to tell everybody Lakers in 4 because of the obvious Russell Westbrook addition. But we're definitely going to talk about the Lakers. But before we get into all of that, make sure you drop a like on this video if you're watching us on YouTube. Here goes JSmooth with his first call for the pod. But make sure you drop a like on this video if you're watching us on YouTube. Make sure you leave us a nice review on all the podcast sites, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever it is. Leave us a nice review. And let's get started, right? Let's start off with the first topic.
So the first topic.
Go ahead, Darius.
I got this. So for the first topic,
this guy.
For the first topic, the Lakers acquired Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony. This is just so AIDS. The first two names are already so AIDS, but Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony,
Dwight Howard.
I got him again.
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, a bunch of role players. They did sign a bunch of role players.
Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn.
Hey, those not bad. Malik and Kendrick not bad. I like those picks.
But a lot of people have been saying that this is a super team and like they are easily the title favorites right now. Maybe not easily, but like at least the conference
favorites to come out the West.
Yeah, the favorites to come out the West. So
I agree.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Fair.
The question is, are the Lakers the favorites?
Hey, yes. let me get this. Let me get this first, right? Because I know JSmooth has a lot to say about the Lakers, and Stevo is a bronsexual, so they can go back and forth.
Use logic. That's all I use when I debate basketball. Well, go ahead, man.
But hey, bro, we even forgot to announce Stevo's coming back for this episode, bro.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me. I was waiting for the intro, like, what? Wait, I guess.
Stevo, you a regular now, bro. You came on one episode, you're a regular now, bro.
Oh,
but
appreciate it.
But essentially, right? You have this team with LeBron and AD, and instead of them going after Buddy Hield and then actually signing, because they still could have signed all the players that they signed if they got Buddy Hield. Like, I think that's something that people are forgetting here. But if I'm the Lakers, man, like, I get it. I get the whole you want to maximize the time with LeBron off the court, but that's and shout out to Lowe for pointing this out, but I already was thinking about this. Like, why are you trying to maximize the time that LeBron's not on the court instead of maximizing the time that he's on the court by getting someone like Buddy Hield? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, but I will say that the pieces that they got, despite a lot of them being old, they do fit. Like Dwight Howard, obviously Anthony Davis doesn't want to play the 5, even though I wonder how many minutes is he really gonna play, because
not that many.
If Anthony,
he's a foul machine, so
exactly, he's a foul machine and he can't really start. And if you're gonna start him, heaven forbid, imagine him and Russell Westbrook and LeBron James on the court, and then Anthony Davis obviously is gonna start. So you really only have room for one shooter. And then if Anthony Davis is at the 4, I would prefer Marc Gasol to be at the 5. So really the best option here is to just have Anthony Davis play the 5 and stop bitching. But as far as the pieces they picked up, Melo stretches the floor. I like that pickup, even though he's not great on the defensive end. But I assume he's going to be on the court with a guy like LeBron and Anthony Davis. So your defense shouldn't hurt that much. And then as it pertains to Malik Monk, a really good three-point shooter, despite him being a little inconsistent, but he still can space the floor. Kendrick Nunn, solid pickup, even though, you know, he has issues against women, but that's a topic for another discussion. But to me, I like the pickups. Trevor Ariza, solid bench player. He's not like he's going to be getting hella minutes. They still have Marc Gasol who can space the floor at the 5. Like, the pickups I thought were good. It's just Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. Despite all these pickups, I still got to see them play before I could say this is a team that's gonna win the championship, because I still have the Nets favorite to win the title, if they're fully healthy, obviously. And if I look at this Lakers team, they still have issues. But yes, they should be the favorites because the Nuggets don't have Jamal Murray until like February or March. Kawhi Leonard is out for now with the partially torn ACL. The Warriors, Klay Thompson's coming back from an ACL injury. And even if Klay comes back, would you even favor them over the Lakers? So, like, with all these teams, and then the Utah Jazz have smelly Rudy Gobert. So that's already over. So to me, like, I don't see how, and I swear, JSmooth, if you start defending Gobert right now, I'll smack you through this call. But as far as I'm concerned, like, I just don't see how they shouldn't be the favorites in the West. They've made all these moves. They've made really good additions since they've traded for Russell Westbrook. So, yeah, they should be the favorites. But go ahead.
For me, the Lakers, I agree with you on that part. They should be the favorites. But most likely, Russell Westbrook-led teams always tend to disappoint. We've seen it millions of times in the past. It's nothing new. Unless he plays very well, the Lakers will lose, no matter if they get all-time Bron and all-time AD in the playoffs.
I mean, it depends on because they said they were like they're gonna like stop with their egos. They're gonna.
Oh please! How many times have we heard that with Westbrook, bro? Just stop it.
I mean, I don't believe it, but that's what they said. So we could see a different like kind of Westbrook being way more passive, but I highly doubt. I think Westbrook's like he is too confident, especially late in the stretch. So I agree with Cabell's like they're probably gonna disappoint, whether it's in the second round or third round. I don't really trust that Lakers team because Westbrook's on it.
Even the finals, even if they get to the finals, I still think they're gonna lose to the Nets.
No,
I got a bone to pick with a lot of people out here, man. To be honest, let me start off with this.
Here we go.
When the Lakers went ahead and got Westbrook, right? Everybody and their mama went out and said, you know what, spacing. What are the Lakers gonna do with Westbrook, so and so, right? So everybody was making jokes and stuff like that. Then they go out and finally go get shooters, right? They get shooters, Malik Monk, Wayne Ellington. We didn't talk about Wayne Ellington, 42% shooter. Wayne Ellington, 42% shooter from 3 this year, 6 attempts. I'm just saying.
DMP in the playoffs, bro. DMP.
And then we're all talking about the Lakers and their spacing. They went out and actually tried to fix that area where they weren't going to have a lot of expertise in. So they went ahead and got shooting. I honestly think that if AD is playing the 5, no matter what lineup you put out, the team is going to be in a better position. But of course, if AD's playing the 4, but like they said beforehand, Westbrook, AD, and Bron had a conversation 2 weeks beforehand talking about let's go ahead, not just our egos, but let's go ahead and change our positions to where we can maximize what the Lakers can do. So I honestly just think that if AD's playing the 5 primarily most times during the regular season and through the playoffs and eventually the finals, this team is going to be in a better position. I do think that if they do run lineups with AD at the 4 and they got Dwight Howard out there with Westbrook and LeBron, it's going to get real ugly offensively. But, I mean, I think the Lakers are the favorites. I think they're the favorites right now in the Western Conference. I won't put them over the Nets yet because I got to see how this team plays. I got to see what they're going to do and what rotations Vogel puts out before I even get into that.
I ain't going to lie, though. Like, look, before you say something, Jason, I want to say this real quick. I understand the whole AD at the 5 thing. I actually think he should be playing the 5. But if you're going to reduce AD's role to being more of a spot-up shooter, that's not Anthony Davis. Like, I don't think people are understanding. Like, Anthony Davis is a back-to-the-basket guy. He can face up, but he's dominant in the post. That is his game. When you start forcing him to start taking three-point shots or even mid-range jumpers a little bit more, that's not Anthony Davis. Like we saw in the Sun series, the difference between him settling for jumpers game 1 and him dominating in the post game 2 and 3 with back-to-back 30-point games. Like when you have to relegate him to being a Kevin Love type of guy, that's not him.
Whoa, I don't know. That's not what the Lakers would do, though.
But that's the role he's going to have to take on with Russell Westbrook if he has to play the 5. That's the role he has to take on. He's not going to be able to be in the post.
I don't see AD taking 6 threes a game, though.
I don't think he's going to do that. No. I think that at the end of the day, what they do best, they're going to continue doing what they do best. Like, AD's never going to be a Kevin Love or Chris Bosh just standing in the corner shooting those corner threes or wing threes. Those opportunities might be there. I will say those opportunities will be there with playing with Russell Westbrook. But at the end of the day, what we saw in that Lakers series against the Suns, a lot of the times AD will post up, and because he's playing the four, you would have Gasol, who I believe drumming out at times, flashing to the paint, just figuring out ways to create space. But because AD's posting up, like, don't even give me a Drummond. Thank God he's gone. But the fact of the matter is, like, I'm not saying AD at the 5, like, offensively and defensively, it's better for the Lakers. It's just better because
I agree.
Yeah, he gets more space to do whatever he wants to do. And if you have to go, at the end of the day, if AD is posting up whoever you have on him, that double is coming, and you got to double off somebody. If you got to double off of Westbrook, that's fine. Westbrook has to realize, hey, again, he's not a great shooter. Maybe Vogel figures out ways for him to flash to the basket. LeBron is a high IQ guy, and that's why you surrounded him with shooters. But him at the 5. It's just way better for the Lakers. And I think that he won't be out there hitting corner threes primarily the entire game. Even if Westbrook's there.
Do y'all think that AD's like the deciding factor for this team? I think he is. I personally let's say
I don't know.
He's got to have a season like an MVP caliber season, honestly. I think that AD should have a better season than LeBron this year. Honestly. He's gonna have a better season.
That's not really that's a fact. Like, even in their first year together, you could argue AD had a better year. I'm not gonna lie.
What's it called?
I don't know about that, but
actually, I might have capped on that. Not gonna lie, but Jason,
go
ahead though.
AD had a case. That's not
okay. Of course, because you're a Bron hater. So go ahead, Jason.
I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying.
Oh, you're a Celtics fan and a Bron hater?
I'm not a Celtics fan.
No, he's a Thunder fan. He's a Thunder fan.
Okay. I was making.
He just defends the Celtics.
That goes hand in hand.
But let me just tell you. let me tell you this. First off, Westbrook is the X factor because if he plays bad, bro, you're destined to lose.
Yeah, it's over. I'm not gonna lie. It's Westbrook, bro.
Because he's a guy that has the ball in his hand so much. It's just like that, you know. And also, let me say this, right? First off, let's stop this myth talking about. I'm not sure, like the Nets would be their biggest challenge, bro. I don't think the Nets are their biggest challenge. If their biggest challenge,
I mean, we're assuming if they get to the finals. I think that's what we're trying to say.
The Nets aren't destined to make.
Oh my god,
that's not. The Bucks can still win that ring, bro.
Dude, shut the fuck up, you guys.
Listen,
y'all are so weird. Wait,
it's not even a hot take,
bro. I am a Giannis fan. I would love for Giannis to beat the Bucks. To beat the Nets. I would love for it to happen. But we literally just saw Kyrie and KD fuck these niggas up by over 30 points in back-to-back games without James Harden.
Bro, the series is not. The series would not. It's still not over it.
So okay, tell me this, Darius. If Kyrie doesn't get hurt, who's winning that series in your opinion?
I
guess we'll never know.
I still think the Bucks, in my opinion.
You guys are so disgusting. I hate you guys.
Hold up. Let me finish.
I'm not gonna let you finish because that's disrespectful. It's disrespectful what you're saying.
Let me explain my reason.
Because I already know that when
Kyrie
the Nets
wasn't even
beat
that
the Bucks,
good in that series anyway. So
I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care what the fuck you're saying. They still were blowing them niggas out by 30. All I know is that when the Nets win next year, if they're healthy, I assume. All JSmooth is going to say is they were a super team. How could they do this? KD's rings don't matter. So what? That's all I got to say, bro.
They're still a super team.
I'm not even trying to say that. Just let me finish, bro. All I'm trying to say is this. Rebounding and defense is so important that if they play the Lakers, they will get beat no matter how well they shoot. That's all I'm saying. That's why I said a team like the Bucks, right? If they were to match up with them, I'd be a lot more scared, right? But if they meet the Nets,
off number 2,
I think they got it in the bag.
I won't lie. After what we saw the Nets do this season, like I can't lie to you, offense is crazy. Like their offense is almost like it's insane to the point where like they can catch fire from. And like I remember the first like 2 possessions like against the Bucks, like it was either game 1 or game 2. I think Kyrie was going off and then KD was going off. No, this is without James Harden. Yeah. They literally started going off from the very, very jump, and it was like, this game is peak. It's done already. That's how great the Nets were.
That was
like,
game 2.
I will say, like, the Nets.
It was game 2.
I don't want to talk too much about the Nets, but like, it's just the fact that like their offense is so great. That's why I think that I can't put them over. That's why I can't put the Lakers over the Nets because I've seen the Nets take the Bucks, who had a great defense and a great defensive scheme, literally get them out of there in 5 if James Harden and Kyrie don't get hurt, of course, right? But I just got to falling back to the Lakers. We just got to see how these guys play and what they're going to do, because if they keep playing AD at the 4, no matter what signings you add, it's going to be the entire spacing, the entire rhythm that you have on the court for the Lakers offense is going to be ass. Like, I can't do it.
Especially if Dwight is going to start at the 5.
But you basically take away their advantage. Because first off, let's stop this myth. AD is not an elite post-up player. His greatest attribute is the fact that he's an elite roller, right? He's all-time at that.
Whoa, he's not a good post-up player? Elite post-up player?
Bro, he's made at that. Even look at the numbers. Even watch him play, bro. That's not his greatest strength.
I mean, he is soft. I'm not gonna lie.
He's soft, but he's not a like AD doesn't low.
Here's the thing: an elite post-up player is a Joel Embiid or a Jokic. He's not on that level. He's
nowhere near that level, bro. Like literally.
Yeah. He's a good post-up player, though. He's a good post-up player.
He's slightly above average, bro. He's not really. I'm not even hating on him, bro. It's just true, right? Like the reason why they were able to win a lot of those Lakers games, it was because DA was the only in the Suns series. DA was the only big. So this is what they did, right? They put him on AD, right? And for like I think most of some of the games, right? DA did a really good job. But here's the thing: AD threw up a shot, and since they didn't have a 4 or a 4, with their 4 was guarding Drummond, right? Drummond would eat the glass. You saw that in a lot of those games, right? And so basically, they'd switch it up and they'd put DeAndre Ayton on the big man, and then AD would have time to feast on smaller players, like Jay Crowder and stuff like that. Like AD is not all that in the post, right? So once you move him to the 5, yes, it's a great scheme. You know what I mean? All time 5, like he's great, but you do take away an advantage. You do take away an advantage in the post and in the rebound department. But you still, you have pretty big players, so I guess that's good. But you still take away that advantage, and I'm kind of, I have mixed feelings about that. But I understand the move.
I don't know. I feel like whatever big you throw at the 5. If you throw Marc Gasol at the 5, defensively you're suffering, even though he's giving you a plus on offense. And then if you throw Dwight Howard at the 5, I get it, he's a solid rim protector, but he's a foul machine and he's not spacing the floor. So whatever 5 you decide to run out there, there's going to be some disadvantages. And another thing people are forgetting here is the financial implications of having Russell Westbrook. Like this team, they probably could have got better players if they traded for Buddy Hield.
No,
that's just a fact. That's a fact, bro. They would have got better players if they had traded for better.
You're right.
I mean, I don't know, but they wouldn't have signed Trevor fucking Ariza. I'll tell you that much.
Buddy Hield is not a championship player. We need to stop this whole myth.
What? Time out. Who's saying anything about his championship player? I'm just talking about his fit with LeBron and Anthony Davis. Does he not?
I won't lie. After what happened last season and seeing how the entire team fell under with you going ahead and getting Dennis Schroeder, who we thought could have been crazy. Instead, we saw what he was on. Even when they were out, when AD and LeBron were out, Schroeder didn't even look that great. And then you had Kuzma, who didn't. Kuzma, props to him. He was a great Laker by the time he was here, but he had to go. But Montrezl Harrell, he didn't look like the 6 man.
Harrell wasn't gonna do shit, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He was. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, these are the guys you brought in. It came to a point where I realized, you know what? You can go ahead and get as many role players as you need, but at the end of the day, the stars are going to win you those games. Like, getting Westbrook, we may think that Westbrook may not have a championship level game that can translate to winning a championship, but playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, those 3 guys at the end of the day are superstars. I don't
want to hear that dumbass shit, man.
The 3 superstars.
I don't want to hear that. First of all, Russell Westbrook is not a superstar anymore. Secondly, I don't even think Anthony Davis low-key is a superstar, to be honest with you.
Whoa.
He might not be a superstar, bro. I'm going to be real.
Anthony Davis isn't a superstar?
Is Anthony Davis the top 5 player?
No. Come on now.
Okay, no.
Can Anthony Davis be the best player on a championship team right now?
No.
Okay, then he's not a superstar.
I don't
okay, maybe a
superstar is more of a personal criteria, but I don't think Russ Westbrook is a superstar. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Russ is not a superstar though.
Nah.
And even as whoa, what? You think Russ is a superstar, Stevo?
Let me say superstar talent.
No, he's not even a superstar.
Oh my god,
bro. Okay. Russell Westbrook. Right. I don't think you understand this, bro.
This isn't 2016 or 17 anymore, man.
even if it is 2017, well,
Oh,
yeah, he was a superstar then.
See,
I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going to superstar. That's not what I was getting here. Even if it is 2016, 17, how many times have we seen Russ play with talented players and it goes nowhere? He's played with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's
nowhere.
That's
Okay.
that was a
no.
that was
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. He's not a superstar, right?
No,
That
was
I'm
a
not
point I was
talking
gonna
about
bring up.
superstar. I'm not talking about superstar. He was a superstar then. I'm not talking about that right now.
Has received a lot of help throughout his entire
Exactly.
career.
This guy has had
Yeah,
some
bro.
of the greatest teammates of all time. Top 10 players now with LeBron James. Anthony Davis here. We'll see how this shit works out. He played with prime Paul George, who was an MVP candidate. James Harden, who was coming off of winning an MVP. Kevin Durant, when they were up 3-1 against Golden State.
Okay,
Kevin
that's
Durant also won an MVP.
Bradley
context.
Beal.
Okay, there is a lot of context that can go into those years.
What
Come on now.
context?
Come on now. Come on.
What
Because in,
context?
2018, in that game 6 in Utah, who dropped 6 points? Who dropped 5 points?
Okay, but who shot
Those
below?
two guys. Who the
Okay,
two guys?
obviously Paul George folded in that game, but what
Okay.
happened against the Blazers?
No. Don't even say that, bro, because I'm gonna debunk the whole argument. What happened?
Okay, I don't want to hear nothing again, bro. Obviously, Russell Westbrook, and that's something else people forget.
okay, that's-
Russ didn't even play well in the first 4 games of that Utah series.
I swear everybody blames all of it on George. Like this man was.
No, but that game 6 was, I ain't gonna lie, that game 6 was unacceptable. That game 6 was unacceptable.
Either 6 or 5 points. Either one. Two of the guys that they brought in that year dropped 5 or 6 points.
Yeah, I can't lie. That
Yeah,
game
but-
7. No, but
bro.
JSmooth is a Paul George defender, bro. Stop it. Don't bring up the games that Russ played bad when in the game 6 that they needed Paul George to play well. Russ dropped like 40 and Paul George disappeared. So stop it, JSmooth.
man.
They
Hey.
both deserve blame.
I'm not removing blame. All I'm saying is this, right? In that game, you wouldn't even have been that situation, right?
Nah.
If Westbrook was playing better the first 4 games of that series.
Okay,
The same-
but didn't Paul George have a stinker in like game 3?
Bro, he had what? That he didn't even play
Exactly. Exactly,
see?
nigga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
in game 3 of what?
I could have swore game 3 or game 2. He had a stinker in one of those games, bro.
In game 3 or game what? What game you talking
Bro,
about?
I don't know what you know the game, and I don't even have to. You know the exact game I'm
you
talking about.
Portland? You talking about against
No,
Portland?
not Portland. No, Portland was all Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
that.
I won't go back. I won't debate you.
Game 2. Look at it. Game
I won't
2
debate you
against
on
the
that.
Utah Jazz. Paul George had 18 points, shot 6 of 21, which is 28%.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, he
So
had a-
stop it.
I'm not debating. I get
No,
it.
they-
2019 was just not alright.
20, in 20 I don't know. I know Gobels knows the stat, but in 2019 for game
missed more
5,
shots than you.
yeah, he missed for game 5. He missed more shots
Combined.
than the entire team's missed shots combined.
Combined, bro. Like, come
How
on,
is that
man.
even possible?
And-
Westbrook is so ass.
Like everybody as a team shot 60-something%, and he missed more shots than the entire team. Like, he took more shots than Paul George and scored like 10 less points. But
Yeah.
like
Damn,
this is
wow,
the thing,
that's
right?
bad though. Shit.
Russell Westbrook has played with so much talent throughout his career, and yet he isn't yet to win. You know what I mean?
Damn, how is that even possible though?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like
you can
gotta
look it up.
be-
Go to that game 5, bro.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
look-
looking at it right now. This is bad, bro.
but like
Everybody played good, but Russell Westbrook.
Okay. So we're talking about right now, right? So he's not a superstar, right?
No.
Well, so
Yeah.
what is he? What is he?
Like,
He's just a
he's
star.
like an all-star.
He's a star, all-star caliber player.
Okay, bet. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair
Yeah.
enough. That's fair enough.
But they're still a super team. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, they are
No,
a super team.
no.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, you have an all-star.
They're a super team. They're a super
No,
team.
they're not.
You're a super team.
Darius, how
super
are they
team.
not a super team?
You gotta
An
have,
all-star-
you gotta have 3 top 20 players in that department, bro. You gotta have that. And they
Bro,
don't-
you have
they
an
don't have
You
either of
three
those.
stars. You just gotta have 3 quality all stars. All right.
That 3 quality all-stars
Not
not
only
mean
3.
big. That
They
makes
have,
it
is
a big
LeBron
3, not a-
superstar, Darius? Is LeBron a superstar?
Yes.
Is Anthony Davis a top 10 player?
Yes.
Is Russell Westbrook an all-star caliber player?
Yes.
Super
That
team.
should be a super team.
Super
That's
team.
not-
Super team.
that's-
They should
that's
thought about
not-
it.
I don't know why it has to be a top 20 player. Who created that caliber?
That's just my criteria personally. It's really a personal criteria. But
Nah,
super
it shouldn't
team,
be
bro.
that serious, bro. It shouldn't be that deep, bro. They're a
That-
super team.
that- they're a super team.
Just
If they
because
lose,
they're
bro,
not as good as a fit as other super teams doesn't mean they're not a super team.
so
We've seen failure super teams.
let me ask y'all, because with like, where do y'all rank Westbrook right now as a player in the NBA?
Top 30, I would say.
I was about to say
Top
that.
Around,
30?
he's around
Yeah.
that mid 20s area, I would say.
I could probably mention a lot of super teams in that case.
Okay, then do it, bro. Name me one.
Probably I'm assuming you guys think the 2016 Cavs are a super team.
2016 Cavs.
Yeah, they have.
Oh yeah. They were a super team. Yeah.
Super team. I don't even think.
Yeah,
they're a super
Kevin
team.
Love.
I don't think
Kevin
they're a
Love
super
was
team,
Oh
but-
man, I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
All right,
Kevin Love was a
2015
super team.
2015 Cavs. That's a super team.
Yeah.
Y'all are fucking dumb, bro.
Y'all trying to tell me that LeBron,
I'm not
Kyrie.
lying,
The
I'm not
only
lying.
reason that Kevin Love is not viewed that level is one, injuries, and two, he just changed his game. He had to change his game. That's the
Kevin-
LeBron
Kevin Love, was,
effect.
Kevin Love was still a top 30 player at the time, though.
Okay, so that's a super
I don't know,
team.
bro.
And did Kevin Love make the
Yo,
All-Star
Yo,
team that year
y'all
too?
gotta have like some sort of criteria for the super team shit. You can't like
Power forward, Kyle
because
I
Korver.
believe
LeBron
two
James
top-
is the best. LeBron James was undisputably the best player in the world at the time. Kyrie was I mean in 2015 or 16. It depends on each year, but
I mean, 2015 he got hurt though, so
They're
wouldn't
not a
really-
super team though, but they're a very good team. Like
so
very, very
what
good.
is
They're
what is your
close to
criteria
the
for a super team?
I believe you have to have
Besides
one
the
top
All-Star.
10 player at least, another guy who's like around top 15, top 20, at least has that talent, and he has to be all-star, all-NBA caliber, and the third guy has to also be an all-star.
Do you know how many teams have that in NBA League history?
Two superstars.
Yeah,
and
and there's been a lot of super teams, yo. Come on
That's yo, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Y'all are just talking right
now.
now.
I'm saying that's a super team, bro.
Bro.
Yo, that super team, bro.
The super
Oh.
teams are not as like common as
Nah,
you guys think.
how is this not a super team? There's literally
The-
two top 10 players and a guy that averaged a triple double over the last couple of years. Like, come on, bro. How is this not a super team?
It's a big three. I'll give you that.
Okay, I'm gonna say this though, right? The whole Buddy Hield thing. If they get Buddy Hield, bro, trust me, I watch this dude play because I've been paying real close attention to the Kings, bro. This dude can't defend a fly.
Yeah.
Tell you right now, bro.
But he's literally one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time.
Bro, it doesn't matter because in the playoffs, bro, they'll be able to shut him out. If you, I like,
Bro, they still have bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut the
I don't-
fuck up. They
No, no.
still have Anthony Davis. They still have LeBron James. And like you're acting like the defense is just gonna go complete shit. The nigga is gonna be shooting the lights out.
literally, bro. Buddy Hield can take a defense, bro. Trust me when I say this, yo.
Oh my god.
I'm
No,
it's
I'm talking
true.
about a
That is-
defense.
that
No,
is
no,
true.
no. I don't want to hear that bullshit, bro. For one, if he let's say his defense is bad, right? Let's say he
It's
comes over and his
atrocious.
defense- No, it is bad. But let's say he comes over to the Lakers and his defense is bad. Nigga, you're acting like in Sacramento, he wasn't on the court with fucking Marvin Bagley. Like, stop it, bruh.
Bro,
Just
even
stop
Mar-
it. Darren Fox is not that great of a defender, even though he's not a liability or anything. He's not that great of a defender. Marvin Bagley is one of the worst defenders in the league. So stop acting like it's just Buddy Hield that's tanking that defense. Just stop it. Stop it. And even their center, Rashawn Holmes, as much as I like him, he's undersized. So stop acting like it's just Buddy Hield taking the defense. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Listen to me when I say this though, bro. First off, Marvin Bagley's barely played with them, and I'm coming up with this conclusion because Marvin Bagley's always getting hurt every single year, right? So he's barely played. And even when Marvin Bagley's not on there, and they have a competent defensive unit, bro, they always get tanked by Buddy Hield. First off, I'm just giving you that. Second off, bro, if you see in the playoffs, look at it, bro. Guys that heavily rely on their jump shots always become non-factors on offense. Look at Duncan Robinson this year, Joe Harris this year. A lot of Klay Thompson in past years, bro. Klay Thompson was an inconsistent offensive players in the league during the playoffs. But if you can't do anything besides shoot the rock, bro, if you're only a shooter, bro, and you get canceled, you're a nobody. I don't think they should waste money on a dude like that when they could get another shooter for cheap that can do more. That's all I'm saying. I think the Westbrook move was better than the Buddy Hield move. I think that was way better.
I agree.
Although I don't like the fit, bro. I still am happy that they didn't get Buddy Hield. Because if they got him, they would have been really disappointed, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I disagree, but it's
Buddy
okay.
Hield sucks, bro. I don't know.
He really does, bro. Like
Y'all
I don't like
Y'all are
either of those
ridiculous.
players, Westbrook or Buddy Hield. I think I'd rather have Westbrook, to be honest.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Buddy
I
Hield is
hate
so
y'all.
bad, bro. He's
That's
just
that's because you only think shooting matters in the playoffs. When
Bruh, did I say that?
that's
Did I?
what you-
When the fuck did I say that? I said you still
swear
have
to-
LeBron James, you still have Anthony Davis, and they could have just re-signed Alex Caruso. They still have defensive players that they could put around Buddy Hield to
and
mask
they're
his
not gonna
defensive
hide Buddy
inefficiencies.
Hield.
Bro, so you're telling me they can't try to hide him? Dude, you're
in the
acting like
playoffs,
Buddy
you know
Hield was
what
the
they're gonna do?
only bad defender on that Kings team. He was
You-
not.
You know what they're gonna do, bro? They're gonna call out. So first off, Lakers can't run switch defense anymore because if they do, bro, they're gonna call them out. You know what, bro? I'm just gonna use an example for you. Ben McLemore. I think it was last year or this year, right?
Ben McLemore.
Listen.
Are you
listen.
fucking serious?
Listen to me.
Bro, I don't want to hear it. I don't wanna
B-Mac
hear
is
it.
a really good
Let's move
shooter.
on,
He is.
bro. Let's move on.
yeah.
bro.
We
he
got
is.
to get to the next topic. So after this
Oh,
point,
let me say this real quick. B-Mac is a
No,
really
no,
good
you don't
shooter.
get to say anything.
Even
bro.
on the
Let's move
Lakers,
on.
he was unplayable because of how bad his defense was.
Bro, I don't care. Let's move on.
I'm just
bro.
saying, bro.
You're
all right.
tweaking. Let's
Next,
move on, bro.
next topic.
A nigga that averaged 18 minutes and came at the trade deadline. That's who you're bringing up, bro.
He's
Let's move
a
on,
really good shooter.
bro. Fuck
is he
out
not?
of here, bro. Let's move the fuck. He's not as good as a shooter as Buddy Hield. Let's move the fuck on, bro.
Buddy
All
Hield
right.
sucks, bro. Trust
You're
me.
on drugs.
Lonzo
Shut the fuck
Ball
up.
and DeMar DeRozan joined the Chicago Bulls.
Let me start this one, man. Let me talk about my squad. For one, we're going to the finals. Let's just get that out the way. Bucks
a
and
great
Bulls
10
and
seed.
6. Bulls and 6.
Playing tournament.
Yo,
Darius,
first playing
Darius,
tournament finals.
Darius, your team is literally going to be in the lottery again next year.
Playing
Stevo,
tournament.
your team is literally going to be the worst team in the West next year with Jalen Green.
We're
averaging
making
20.
a playing tournament.
And JSmooth, your team literally just drafted Josh Giddey, so go suck a dick. So as far as
Oh, I
I'm
don't hear
concerned,
that from you, bro.
we are the best. I have the best team on this pod without question right now. And
don't know,
I
man.
think
Evan
that this
Mobley could
team,
be
I
that
think,
generational defender
okay,
that
I don't
we
give a
can see.
shit about what you think, bro. You're lying.
Evan
Uh,
Mobley?
Can y'all let me
Mobley.
talk about my squad, please? Like, please.
Go ahead, bro. Talk about
As it pertains to the Bulls, look, in all seriousness, I think this is a great squad. Lonzo Ball has been, and first of all, we're not even done making moves more than likely. Like, Larry Markkinen is still right there. More than likely, we're going to do a sign and trade with him, and we're going to get some bench depth because we do need some bench depth. That's an issue right now. There are rumors about Josh Hart. I don't really know how that's going to work because I believe it's a trade that you'd have to do for him right now. But I like Josh Hart. I think he's a solid player that could fit on our bench. He's a bit of a streaky shooter, but he provides effort on the boards. He's a solid defender. So I would like for us to get Josh Hart if we can. But if we don't get him, it's fine. But as it pertains to the moves, let me say this: Lonzo Ball, he's a playmaker. We all know that. And over the last year, he worked more as an off-ball player because they had smelly Eric Bledsoe. So if you have a guy like Lonzo who can play on and off the ball and now is more free to play on the ball with his playmaking, when you have a guy like Levine who could play off the ball, and now Levine doesn't have to guard the best point guard or shooting guard every night. That can be Lonzo. So that's a dub right there. And as far as DeMar DeRozan goes, yes, DeMar is not a great floor spacer and he's not a great defender, but that's why you have Patrick Williams to guard the best wings. And I think Patrick Williams at the 4 is a great option right there. And DeMar defensively, like I said, he's not great, but like I said, you have Patrick Williams. And even with his inabilities as a shooter, you have shooters literally everywhere. Levine's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Lonzo shot 38% on like 8 attempts last year. Vucevic is a good stretch 5 who shot like 40% from 3 last season. And Patrick Williams, though he's not a great three-point shooter, he showed some progress. And he is money from those corners. So to me, I definitely think DeMar has all the spacing in the world to go to work in the mid-range game, and he provides another element of playmaking because over the last couple of years, especially last year, he's been one of the best playmakers, or should I say one of the more underrated playmakers in the NBA. So there's a lot of greatness I can see from this offense. Like everybody can play off the ball except DeMar, obviously.
Yes,
Even DeMar can play off the ball actually with the mid-range. So I know, JSmooth. Can you let me finish? I corrected myself, boy. I know you love yourself some DeRozan, but fuck off here. Your team sucks. But as far as I'm concerned, like I think this team is going to be good. Like I don't think we're going to be like a top 4 seed or anything, but I think we could be the 5th seed. And honestly, like I said, like with teams like the Celtics literally doing nothing, which we'll get to later, I think there's no real reason why we can't be the 5th seed or even high case scenario or best case scenario of 4 seed. Like I see no might be a push. Don't get me wrong, but I said best case scenario, assuming injuries happen or whatever happens in the season. But I think a 5th seed is definitely reachable for us. But y'all go ahead.
I love this move. I think it fixed a lot of the Bulls' problems, and I know I hate on Lonzo a lot. I do, but I'm gonna say this right now. Next year, he is on my most improved player watch because I know how Billy Donovan does with guards. He usually brings the best out of them. That's one of the things that he's really good at, right? Did it with Westbrook, did it with CP3, not even guards, just players, basically. He did it with Jeremy Grant. He did it with
He did it with Westbrook.
Yeah, he did. He brought the best out of Westbrook.
You mean Russell Westbrook when he was just ISOing all game and padding his stats?
About the best. He came in during.
You hate Westbrook, dog. Oh my god.
I'm not. No. I'm giving Russ the credit for that. I'm not giving Billy Donovan the credit for that, bro.
I mean, did Westbrook not have his best season in 2016, 15, 16? He did.
15, 16.
I think it was 17.
You mean 17?
He had his MVP season, but in my personal opinion, like,
oh my god,
best season, and like,
oh my god,
in the team concept, right? And yeah, he played very well.
You think that his 2016 season was better than his MVP season?
It was really good, bro. He was really good.
Dude, answer the question, bro.
And the team concept, yes.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, bro. Just stop it. You're a disgrace.
He really bought the best out of him. But all I'm saying,
dude, you are a whole Thunder fan. I can't believe you just said that shit.
Listen, yeah, I said that, bro. I don't care what anybody thinks. Or
I know you don't care. I know you don't care.
Okay, but listen, it's the Bulls, bro. They fixed a lot of issues. I don't know why some people are complaining about the DeMar DeRozan pickup, but it really helps. You know, Lonzo Ball isn't the greatest half-court playmaker, and he just got a dude that's one of the best half-court playmakers in the league. You shored up some defensive issues. You actually get to practice this year, which is something that people didn't bring up. But when the Bulls were struggling after they got Vooch, it was because they didn't have practice and they lost Levine for like 3 weeks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
he didn't even have COVID. That's what's wild.
Yeah, like that's the wild thing. But like you got so much better overall, you know what I mean? And you have Patrick Williams developing. It's just a recipe for success. I think the Bulls are better than some certain teams that actually made moves, like the Miami Heat, which we're gonna get into that later as well.
That's interesting.
Like I just think their team is overall really good, and I think they're going to be a really, really scary team in the East, bro. And Lonzo Ball, like I said, is my most improved player candidate of the year. So
I probably agree with that Heat point you made.
Wow, y'all aren't high on the Heat?
Nope.
We'll get on the Heat, but you can go ahead, Darius, if you're about to go.
Great additions for the Bulls. Not really gonna add anything else what Gobos and Mustard said. They fixed a lot of their problems. They need the fucking point guard. I believe the starting point guard for the Bulls was
Kobe.
Right? Yeah. He's not.
But he got benched. He got benched for like Satoransky.
Yes, Thomas Satoransky. Which I believe he was traded as well.
He was traded. Yeah, he was traded.
And by the way, which we'll get to later when we talk about this team, but the fact that the Pelicans only got Thomas Satoransky, Garrett Temple, and a second-round pick off that sign and trade is a disgrace. But we'll get to that later, bro.
That's pretty bad. Later. But the Bulls, yeah, this is pretty good. I like what they did. I think that getting Lonzo. I mean, one thing I'll say about Lonzo is that he's worked on his game from the very jump. Like the issues that he had within his game, he's actually made efforts to go ahead and make those improvements. So I give him credit, being a better shooter, being even a better playmaker. And he could, Ben Simmons, man, look, that man, we ain't gonna talk about him, but Lonzo has been doing what he needs to do, and I respect that. And I think he's gonna be great for the Bulls, helping Levine in the playmaking duties. And I think that DeRozan, I feel like a lot of guys are going to be analytical and pull analytics to say that DeRozan's like, this was a bad pickup for the Bulls. But at the end of the day, DeRozan is one of the few guys where his game may not be beautiful to watch. You know, like tween cross Twitter, you know, people like to watch the Tatum step backs, all that type of stuff. He may not be one of those guys, but I do think that DeRozan in his playmaking ability and his mid-range ability, and if you have the space, if the floor is spaced out, he can be able to work and do what he does best. And I just think that he is a star in today's game, still not a superstar, and he'll be able to help this team out when needed. So It's good.
Yeah, I think we're all in unison on the Bulls, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. A 60 win.
A good
Oh,
10
brother.
seed.
Okay.
A great 10 seed.
60 win? Nah, they're.
No, I'm lying.
He's just
I say-
bullshitting, bro.
Oh,
you,
shit.
you wouldn't get the meme, bro. But I called out the Suns last year, bro.
Yeah, he said he knew you were gonna be a 61 team.
Oh shit.
He was damn
Yeah,
right.
People were calling me so stupid. They were calling me like the dumbest human being.
I
on
mean,
earth.
but to be fair, there was only going to be 72 games, so yeah, you were.
No,
being-
I-
He said on the pod on pace though to win 60. He actually didn't say
You're
60.
right. You're right. But since we all agree on the Bulls, let's talk about the Heat. And I'm gonna let JSmooth go first because y'all actually said some. I want to hear what y'all think about the Heat because y'all said something pretty interesting earlier.
It's just that, like they didn't improve on what they were supposed to improve on. But go ahead.
Literally, it's exactly what Darius said. They didn't really improve. Like last year, they faced the Bucks. Their biggest issue, and this is going to be against a lot of the teams in the East because they're now bigger, right? Their biggest issue was the fact that they didn't have size to contend with the Bucks. The Bucks shot like absolute trash from three in the series. They shot like 32%, right? But the reason why they lost was because Bam Adebayo was their only rim protector in lineups where
Damn, Adebayo.
Yeah, in Bam is really good defensively. Don't get me wrong, he's really good. But like I said, you can always take a defender out of the picture, right? So if he's too busy guarding Giannis, you have guys like Trevor Ariza last year, who was guarding Brook Lopez, and he was basically food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, garbage.
And so you put Trevor Ariza on Giannis, and you still lose either way, right? PJ Tucker is nice.
But they got PJ Tucker.
But PJ Tucker isn't holding any of those power forwards. You know what I mean? Like any of those big dudes that give guys like that problems. You know what I mean? The plus that they had that the Bucks had during the playoffs with PJ Tucker on the floor was the fact that he was a 2. First off, he played the 2, and that gave you the biggest advantage on the glass. You know what I mean? They put smaller, weaker defenders on him, and he'd box out and, just continue to grab offensive boards. But if you're putting him at the 4, right, it's not going to really change much, The Heat are still very undersized, and not only that, but they lack shot creation. Jimmy Butler, bro, that lob catching big, bro, I'm telling you right now.
You think the lob catching big?
He is a lob catching big, I swear, bro. Jimmy Butler does not have skill. I'm sorry,
chill. I wouldn't say that. I
never heard that before.
Bro, I'm so serious.
He has some skill, bro. He's a good playmaker.
Yeah, but bro, why does playmaking even matter when you can't score, bro? I'm so serious.
Tries to draw a foul every possession he has the ball.
You know why?
That's a fact.
You know why?
That's a fact, though. I can't lie.
You know why the Bucks put Giannis on him, bro? It's not because Jimmy Butler is so much of a threat. No,
that was kind of personal, though, a little bit. Not gonna lie.
It was kind of personal, yes, but it was also Jimmy Butler can't shoot, so Giannis could still be
easy help.
He is.
Yeah, easy help.
Like
that man, Giannis was going under all his screens.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Like literally, Jimmy Butler he's not that good. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm not gonna go that far, bro. Don't do that.
I'm so serious, bro. And you picking up Kyle Lowry? Yes, Kyle Lowry is nice, but he is not a shot creator. He can create his own shot. He can create his own shot. Chill. He can create his own shot.
He's not
elite. It's not elite.
It's not elite. I won't say he's elite, but he can create his own shot.
He can create his own shot, but he's not really a shot. Like he's not.
And he's gonna space the floor. He's way more consistent on the guard position. And yeah, he's gonna provide way better defense on the perimeter than Goran Dragic. Because something that people have forgotten is, maybe it's just me, but I think Jimmy's defense has kind of been declining over the last couple of years.
That's not true.
I think it has. I think
he was an all defensive team player this year, bro. What do you mean?
Bro,
I don't
know a lot of these niggas.
I don't like all offensive a lot like that.
Yeah, a lot of that shit is. A lot of that shit. I'm not gonna lie, it's just name value.
Because people really think Kawhi is a better defender than Drew Holiday, and I'm like, okay, you don't really watch the games, like
exactly.
I don't go.
But Kawhi is still an elite defender, though.
No,
well, not elite. Actually, I wouldn't even say elite. He's not elite anymore.
He's not better
than
elite
anymore, bro. He's not elite anymore.
This year he was elite, bro.
The nigga was running away from from Luka in the playoffs, bruh. Stop it. He's not elite.
That has nothing to do with him not wanting to defend.
I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't take the first matchup from the very beginning.
Why would you?
The first guy is Marcus Morris. Morris.
But that's not. I'm not gonna lie. That's not too uncommon though. Like we've seen other defend. Because if you have the load that you have on offense, you're not gonna be guarding.
Yeah, but I weigh
I
that.
hate that excuse so much.
When I compare it to like Drew Holiday, he takes on the
Drew Holiday does not have the load on offense that Kawhi has. That's not really a fair comparison,
bro. So
what? Why would you waste time guarding a nigga that you know you
every fucking day?
Time out. So you're telling me that if you're Kawhi, and look, I was getting on him too because eventually you have to just guard the nigga. But like, you're telling me if you're Kawhi, you'd waste energy guarding a nigga that you know you can't guard anyway. When you have a bunch of bodies you could throw at him, like a Marcus Morris, like Nicholas Batum, like a Paul George.
I'm giving
throw all the bodies.
I mean,
come on, man, y'all are forcing. I'm not gonna lie, y'all are tripping. He can't guard him anyway. Like you know that.
Let me go back. Well, go ahead, Smooth.
I'm gonna say this real quick. Y'all act like, bro, these dudes have no lungs. They're not human, bro.
I'm saying, bro.
like. Could you imagine? First off, foul trouble. You got to think about that. Luka is a foul baiter, right? And it's really easy to draw fouls in this league nowadays, no matter how good of defense.
Well, not anymore.
Right?
Shout out to the league for changing the rules.
Literally, you play against a guy like Luka, Kawhi can end up fouling out, getting the early foul trouble, then you lose his ability on offense, right? Like, come on now, you got to think about that stuff, you know. And also, like, you take away Kawhi's ability to play help defense, which is probably right now his best defensive trait, you know? Because if he's stuck on Luka, how is he going to play his elite help defense off the floor?
Why are we even talking about Kawhi right now? It's like...
Okay, yeah, let's get back to the Heat.
But let DJ Stevo speak, yo.
I was going to say, basically, I agree with what you're saying. Like, they really much... They got players that they do best with, you know, guys who play defense, grit and grind, Miami culture, all that type of stuff. But I think that this team is still lacking that pure perennial scorer, a guy who can go off for like 30 points and lead this team to actually big victories. And I feel like I don't think Jimmy Butler is that level. He's not that elite scorer in today's game. When I look at an elite scorer, I look at like a Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, those type of guys. And those guys, when it comes down to you can give that guy the ball and say, here, take us and lead us to a win. And I don't think the Miami Heat have anybody on that roster who can do that. The next guy that you could say is Jimmy Butler, and I won't say Jimmy Butler can't do it. I just feel like this team...
he can't do it.
He can't consistently do it.
He can't do it.
I'm giving him props from, like, you know, the 2020 finals.
We've seen him do it before.
Bro, that was the bubble, bro. I don't want to hear that.
There goes the bubble excuse. Oh.
I mean, bro, is he wrong?
Dude, did you see the shots that nigga was making in the bubble, bro?
No, come on, bro. Look, I'm a LeBron fan. I saw that shit, and I was getting pissed off. No worry, I saw that. That 40-point performance, I was low-key pressed.
Like, I love Jimmy, but come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. The Miami Heat, like, they really got guys that just do what they do already really, really good. Like, PJ Tucker's going to hustle, cool. Victor Oladipo's back, yeah, he going to hustle. You know, he's nice, whatever, but they don't have nobody that can really, really push the needle offensively when they need to do it.
I'll say this with the Heat. I agree with y'all. But unfortunately, we have to face reality here with this team. They thought they had somebody like that. It was Bam. Like, let's be honest. Let's just call a spade a spade. They thought Bam was going to be that guy. After the bubble, they saw Bam go off against Daniel Tice and Brook Lopez and all these other weak ass bigs. And they thought Bam was going to be that guy. They gave that nigga a whole max extension and everything. And I remember when they gave that extension to Bam, I remember telling JSmooth, I was like, bruh, this may not be a good idea. And JSmooth was defending that shit. I remember he was like, hey, man, but like, he just hooped in the bubble, blah, blah, blah. Like, bruh, Bam can't even guard real bigs. This shit is going to come back. I don't give a fuck.
You said Bam would be what, though? Like, what do you mean? Like a 20 and 20, like a 25 and 10 guy?
That's what he thought. They gave him that money. You're telling me you gave him that money just so he could? You're telling me you gave him that money just so he could be Rudy Gobert and Draymond Green? Is that it?
I mean, there's a lot of people. Well, okay, well, I gotta go pull up his stats from that bubble time. I gotta go look at that. But.
Okay, Bam underperformed these playoffs. Don't get me
Bam
wrong.
can't even make mid-range jumpers, bro.
Okay, he can.
Whoa.
He just didn't
No,
make it
he
that
can't.
series.
No,
Listen,
he
he
can't.
can, but he didn't make it that series. Bam Adebayo, right?
Scam Adebayo.
I know I clown him a lot, but they gave him that money not only because they thought he was going to be at the next season. No young player is going to jump to a 25 premium score the next season, right? They
Oh,
thought,
wait, I didn't say 25 points per game.
well, they didn't think he was going to be that insane one season later. They got that because Bam is an All NBA defender. He has potential to be a generational defender because Bam can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right?
Not real fives. I don't care.
He can guard real 5s, bro.
No, he can't.
The issue.
Daniel
the issue
Tice is not a real 5. I don't care.
You said who's not a real 5?
Daniel Tice is not a
Who do
real
you have in the
5.
guard?
Daniel Tice. He is guarded.
He can't. In a conference that you have Joel Embiid and
Who
Giannis,
can guard Joel
he should not be playing
Embiid?
the 5.
No one can.
No one. I'm not even saying. Well, no. I'm not even saying the nigga can like. I'm not even saying he gotta shut him down.
What do you even make it difficult?
You just
but to
named
have
the
him
two
playing-
most unguardable players
Bro,
in the league.
but those are the niggas in the conference that they have to face. Like
So-
y'all are missing the point.
Look,
Like
that-
he has the fact that he has no help, and it's more so the fact that he has no help that I'm really getting at here. But the fact that the nigga is 6'9", 6'10", and he's in a conference with Joel Embiid and Giannis is a problem. He has no help on the interior at all.
And he did a good job guarding Giannis, did he not?
Not really. I'm sorry.
Giannis had his worst series.
Giannis, yeah, that was Giannis's worst series. This
Yeah,
this
I
year,
don't
right?
care.
This year, right? This year, right?
Yes.
No,
Giannis was
did,
passing out of a lot of shit in the playoffs anyway, bro.
Giannis did not have his best series. He had a great playoff run, but this was probably his worst series in that playoff run.
Worst series of the
I think he had like
playoffs,
23 points
bro.
per game this series, and
It's
that
not
was
hard to
even like.
guard. It's not hard to guard Giannis, bro.
Now
Sorry.
you're saying it's not hard to guard
No,
Giannis.
but I will say, Bam, like you can't really say like if you're comparing Joel Embiid, like Giannis, those are two guys. No matter what you do, especially when you're guarding in the post, you have to send help. Nobody's just gonna guard anybody 1-on-one in the post. You
That's
send
another
help.
thing. Y'all acting like Bam be guarding Giannis 1-on-1, bro.
No. Bam is that the reason why
Misleading
Bam,
ass stats, bro.
Bro.
Misleading ass stats.
I hate the Miami Heat, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Giannis
Dude,
is
shut that shit
Bam
down.
Adebayo is by far the best Giannis defender. in the
Oh,
league.
that's
I'm-
different. That doesn't mean he can stop him.
exactly.
Nobody can stop them, though.
No one can stop them, but he's the best. He's better suited on taking on that challenge.
I don't know,
That's why-
Kawhi.
Yes.
And
No, not
you
Kawhi.
brought up the
Nah,
money
Kawhi
that they
be
gave
overrated
him.
on Giannis, so it's fine.
And Kawhi over. I don't even start on that man either. But you brought up the money that he got, the $30 million. I mean, that season that playoff he averaged 17 and 10. So I'm like, I mean, even
Wow.
If Miami
So
actually,
impressive.
no, I'm saying like if Miami gave him a max and expected this man to come out the next season and drop 27 and 12, that is their own problems because I don't know where they saw.
Oh yeah, they fucked up. And
don't know
by
what they
the
saw in
way, let me say
But
this
he
about
deserved
Pat
it.
Riley. Let me say this about Pat Riley because I have a bone to pick with Pat Riley. Y'all have seen my tweet about this shit. The fact that this guy gave Jimmy Butler all this fucking money. And look, I'm happy for Jimmy. I'm a Bulls fan, so I will always love Jimmy Butler, man. But I'm happy for him. Secure your bag. I'm not hating on Jimmy. But the fact that Pat Riley is willing to give Jimmy Butler this money, Duncan Robinson that money, Bam Adebayo that money, mainly all because of that fucking bubble run, but yet he refused to pay Dwayne Wade after all the shit that nigga did for him, really says a lot to me. That really shows a lot in my personal opinion. But y'all go ahead. I really wanted to throw that out there.
When was that year? Was that 2016?
2016,
He didn't want to give him the money. Or
2016
2015?
2016 offseason, yeah. They didn't pay him because he wanted a fuckload of money, and he's like, it was because of the age. That was the main reason they.
Meanwhile, they're going to be giving Jimmy Butler at 36 years old $50 million.
Lob catching
I
big.
think Dwayne Wade was older at the time though when that offseason was occurring.
Yeah, they were. I mean, at the end of the day,
paying Jimmy Butler $50 million, Darius, come on, man.
Think about it this way: y'all are saying Jimmy Butler primarily that money is outlandish, correct? Like we think that contract is kind of out of there. So like if Pat Riley gave D Wade that money back then, we'd still be saying like, bro, why did you give D Wade this much money?
Yeah,
because D Wade, to me, it's different because that guy has done stuff for your organization. It's almost like the Kobe thing. I don't even get mad at the Lakers for giving Kobe that money. I really don't, because I understand he did so much for your organization. It's like, I understand. You can give him that money. and you can
feel
afford
that.
it. You can
I
afford it
feel that.
because you're Miami, you're LA. You can afford money like that.
But it's a
to throw
business.
$90 million at Duncan, it's a business, but that's
It's a
stupid business practices, bro. He's going. Oh man, I see why D Wade bought a stake in the Jazz and not the Heat, man. That's all I gotta say. Y'all continue, bro.
I mean, it's just D Wade was like 35 when that shit was happening.
Bro, I don't care. They're giving Jimmy $50 million at 36. I don't care.
I mean, bro, show. I mean, they still compete.
If he had
No,
given
Jimmy's
them a contract,
31. Jimmy's 31
he's
right
saying
now.
he's saying by the end of his contract he'll get like paid
Yeah,
50
like by the end of that time, D Wade would have been
like 40.
Yeah, like it's just
Nah,
it's
D
just
Wade
not-
wasn't asking for all that. He was asking for a normal 2 to 3 year contract, bro. That was his retirement contract. That's all he
different.
wanted.
Okay, that's different. Then that's different. If it was more so like it's just context. Like if he was asking for like a 4-year max deal, then I'm like Pat Riley, like yeah, get the fuck. Like no, I'm not doing that. But of course, if it was something realistic and they were just like nah, we want cap flexibility, then I can see where it's like okay, y'all are really hoeing because I ain't gonna lie, D Wade is y'all's best player in franchise history. Like y'all gotta show him some love. But
Exactly.
But if it was something crazy like he asking for like KD money, yeah, you got bro, we're good.
Yeah, but nah, that to me, this to me shows me all I need to know. And maybe it's panicking. Maybe they're just panicking, really. But to throw Kyle Lowry, and look, I like Kyle Lowry. I like Kyle Lowry, but to give that man $90 million over the next 3 years, like, come on, that's a bit of an overpay. I think we can all agree on that.
Nah, that's an overpay. It's for
That's
sure
not,
an
that's
overpay.
not, I mean, you got to pay players in order for them to come. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
dude,
overpay some players.
No. This is not fucking Charlotte. This is not Utah. This is the Miami Heat. They can afford.
You still gotta overpay
Stop.
players.
No, bro. No, you don't. If you're the Miami Heat, you do not have to overpay for Kyle fucking Lowry. No, you don't. Stop
Okay,
it.
Like, who are they gonna get though? There's
Kyle Lowry
Then
nobody
get
else on their
nobody.
team.
Then get nobody.
No, I mean,
So
I-
just be ass.
Yes,
Okay, guys,
be
okay,
ass.
I'm mediocre because I'm afraid to spend money. Go ahead.
They're already mediocre, so stay like that. If
They're
you're
mediocre, but they got better.
Bulls mindset.
Like,
bro, get the fuck out
this
of
is
here.
why you're a Bulls fan, bro.
The Bulls mindset.
No, you're
Bro,
telling me that you're gonna
if
give
you are a
$90 million
GM
for a guy that's not even top 10 at his position?
Bro, if you were a GM, bro, I already know your franchise would be in the mud for 20
Move.
years.
Not gonna come out the hood.
You know, I
Get
already-
out of here, man. You sit here and you make excuses for the Celtics getting Kemba Walker. You sit there and you said they shouldn't trade the nigga, and we're gonna get to all that bullshit later. Fuck out of here, nigga.
All right, next topic.
Oh.
Next topic, bro. We're gonna talk
Speaking
about,
of bad franchises,
yeah, let's talk about the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, I put this topic personally for me because after I saw this one trade, bro, when I saw it, I actually am so serious. When my jaw was on the floor. Now it's not as bad as some may see it, but
that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Devontae Graham for a first rounder. I don't give a damn if it's a lottery protected. Devontae Graham for a first rounder. Oh my gosh, bro.
Bust franchise.
I am so disappointed in the Pelicans because I was one of the people who like wanted to defend them. I was like, give them a little chance, with Zion. See, they can build a nice future, And they are just fucking it up, and they're more likely going to be next in the future years, bro. They're probably gonna be like relocating. I'm not gonna lie. At this point,
They need to. This franchise sucks. Like it's
a fact.
It's a shit show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
Like,
man. Go- I honestly I just feel like this, man. Like when you have an all like a superstar talent in Zion Williamson, you already know what you need to do. You got a superstar. You got a great talent in Brandon Ingram too, and. Let's say Lonzo. They could have given Lonzo the same amount of money, correct? They just didn't want to keep Lonzo for whatever
yeah,
reason.
understandable.
Yeah, no, that was dumb, bro.
Why did they want to keep Lonzo? I don't understand. Like, what was the issue behind that?
Because they probably thought Lonzo wasn't going to get any better, and that they didn't want to pay a player.
Wow,
like that.
he's been getting better every year of his career.
Yeah, I mean, but
No,
why?
that was dumb. That was dumb. You have a young point guard in Lonzo Ball that fits with Zion. He just proved he can play off ball last year, and he's great on the ball with his playmaking, even though his half court playmaking is a little whatever. But you have Brandon Ingram, a young up and coming forward, who needs to improve defensively. Honestly, I think Ingram's defense has been
he just slacked
underrated. Huh? What'd you say?
He just slacked this year. He's good defensively. He just slacked this year.
No, because he was good
Like-
defensively in LA. He has good defensive capabilities. It's just, I don't know what's going on with him. Like maybe it's because he's not trying anymore. The offense is too much for him.
He's slacking.
Yeah. So that might be it. But I just honestly thought the biggest issue with that team last year was Eric Bledsoe, which they moved Bledsoe, and they even got in Jonas Valanciunas, who's an upgrade for Steven Adams because even though he's not a great 3-point shooter, he can still somewhat space the floor. So he fits better with Zion, and he's an expiring contract anyway. So I was looking at this like, okay, if they bring in Jonas, they let go of Eric Bledsoe, and they retain Lonzo, that's a good offseason for them. But no, they decided to let Lonzo go and get Satoransky, Garrett Temple, in a second-round pick. You couldn't even get Kobe. You couldn't even get Larry Marketing.
Yeah, that was out of there. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that they let Lonzo for nothing, they get like Lonzo for like the fact that Lonzo re-signed for around $20 million a year, he's worth more than what you got. Like Garrett Temple, next, Satoransky. Like, bro, like no,
and Satoransky is a backup.
Yeah, he's a backup, and you get a second-round pick.
Like
secretly
the best person in that trade, bro.
I'm
mind you,
actually very disappointed in David Griffin.
You give up a first-round pick in order to get Devontae, but you couldn't get a first-round pick when you were trading Lonzo.
It's actually crazy to think about it because you actually made a good point. Like, this is David Griffin. Like, I remember David Griffin when he was the GM for the Cavs when they needed to make those moves to win a championship. He literally made, I ain't gonna lie, some great moves for that team. And they went ahead and got JR, Iman Shumpert. They picked up everything. And then now you look at what he's doing so far since they've got, since that AD trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is
bound to be 31 teams.
And by the way,
Zion
now that Drew Holiday trade really means nothing. It really means nothing.
That's not true.
You look at,
I mean, they're getting picks.
The only good move they made this offseason was the Jonas trade. I like that trade for the Pelicans.
That trade was good. But
besides that, I don't think anything else they've done.
Murphy. The Trey Murphy pick was amazing to me. Go ahead. The issue for me, and the fact, it's not the fact that you lost Lonzo. Cool, fine, you lost Lonzo, right? It's the fact that you replaced him with Devontae Graham. If you're gonna lose Lonzo for me, and you're like, you know what, we have more faith in Kira Lewis, blah blah blah, or Nikhil Alexander-Walker, blah blah, fine, bro. But if you're gonna trade Lonzo and get nothing, and then get Devontae Graham for like you have to give a first just to get him, bro.
Who's a worst defender, worst shooter, can't finish for shit.
Undersized.
What's the point, bro? What's the point of spending a first round pick on Devontae? It doesn't make sense. Like,
you know what sucks too about this whole situation is because I'm noticing this stuff now. Like, I compare the Pelicans to every other team that has got young talent during that same time they got their young talent. So around that 2017 to 2018 time, looking at all the teams, looking at what they've done so far. You look at the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies got John Morant, and they started running, making moves immediately. The Suns have had talent beforehand. They made it to the finals, right? The Pelicans, they got 1 year where Brandon Ingram was playing great, right? Playing really good basketball, was an all-star. Mm-hmm. Zion came in that season. He was looking really, really good. That next offseason, they brought in Bledsoe, whatever. This offseason is the offseason where you need to make consistent moves to make your team attractive spot because you have Zion Williamson. You're going to give him max, and I hope unfortunately, he's going to accept that max because that's going to be your first max deal, the most money you can make. But this whole entire front office hasn't done anything to where I can say, well, they're being aggressive. They're not aggressive. That's my problem. They're not aggressive with a lot of things to make their team better. And I don't like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans.
It's just some of these moves are just not logical. I don't mind
at
them
all.
Things,
they're not.
Even getting Bledsoe.
They do need to.
The Bledsoe move was smart. The Bledsoe move.
No, it was not smart.
Yes, it was.
That was a fine trade.
The Drew Holiday. Oh yeah. That was a Drew Holiday trade.
Why would you not give up a?
No. I get that. I get that. No. I get that. I was tripping on that, but they had to get him the hell out of there. Like Bledsoe, to me, honestly, was the issue with the team. I thought Bledsoe was the issue with the team last year, and they moved him for good reason. But then to not try to get Lonzo back and to let him go for nothing, and then to give up a first-round pick to get Devontae as his replacement, even though Devontae's a good spot-up shooter, but he's not even as good as a shooter as Lonzo anyway. So it's just like they're working backwards. I don't know what the hell David Griffin is doing, but to me, this upcoming year better be his last year in New Orleans because he has not done a great job.
I disagree. They make mistakes.
Bro, they're
You
gonna
gotta
be
give
a
them time.
30-win team again next year.
Because and you guys are talking about them not rushing things, but bruh, like, dude, Zion's already having issues with the organization. He's already having issues. The nigga just got there. And let's not forget, these young dudes are not the same as they used to be. I remember Porzingis threatened to not come back to the country if the Knicks didn't trade him. Like, come on, man. These guys are not the same.
Even
bro.
a franchise that's like appealing, to be honest. They're not even an appealing franchise. I remember at one point I saw an article where, like, I believe the owner for the Pelicans also owns the Saints. Yeah, and
they don't care.
They put more energy into the New Orleans Saints than the New Orleans Pelicans. Like it's
it's a football city.
And it's true. It is a football city.
That's what New Orleans people tell me every time I bring up the Like I have never met. Like every time I talk to my, because I have a friend that is from New Orleans and a couple other friends from New Orleans that I talk to. And anytime I bring up the Pelicans, they're like, "Man, I don't even follow that team, man. You know, I root for them, but you know, it is what it is."
Terrible franchise, bro.
They just don't care about basketball really like that. Zion, they said they were hyped about Zion, but when they heard the rumors that they wasn't happy, he's like, well, to be expected. It's New Orleans, you know. We're not really a basketball city, so they know that their city.
They are on pace right now to be relocated. I'm so serious. They are on pace.
No, they are probably. And it's sad. They deserve that. I'm not gonna lie. They haven't done anything with that city. They had Anthony Davis.
They will be
relocated. Hurting the small market agenda, bro. But
they will
be
relocated.
My god!
Get rid of the trash, Go Bells. Get rid of the trash. It's okay.
Yeah, because you've seen good small market teams. The Bucks are great small market
teams will do well.
When Giannis said, "I want to win championships," they literally started doing whatever it takes to make sure they keep this man on that team. They made moves. They went ahead and traded for what did they trade for? They went ahead and got Drew Holiday, locked in Drew Middleton, tried to go look for then they bring in when did they bring in
Bryn Forbes?
Bryn Forbes,
Brooke Lopez, PJ Tucker.
They brought in so many people because they realized, hey, we're gonna make sure that we keep our star happy because we want to make sure that we win. Like I don't know if we're gonna talk about Portland soon, but I mean
we'll talk about them later.
Portland, bro. Like
we'll talk about Portland later. We'll save that for later because I know we all got a lot of shit to say about Portland.
I can't even get that angry at them, but you know.
Yeah, I know. Same thing. But we'll talk about Portland later. But as it pertains to the Pelicans, I think they're already. I think this offseason was just a step closer to Zion demanding a trade sooner rather than later. In my opinion.
I mean, he's on a rookie deal right now, so he has like 2 more years.
Oh yeah, I don't care. He can still demand. Porzingis literally was in New York and literally left the country and said, "I'm not coming back, and I might retire if y'all don't trade."
I think he's gonna give it 2 more years. So
okay. Answer this question then. Outside of Porzingis, when was the last time that happened?
But that was fairly recent. Look at Luka. Look at Luka right now. Luka's even questioning his future with the Mavericks.
Bro, that's a whole myth.
I'm not gonna.
I think Luka's
not gonna
accepting that deal. I think Luka's gonna accept the extension.
Luka is accepting the deal 100%.
They're gonna accept the max deal. They're gonna accept it. Like it's
okay. Accepting the deal is different from. Okay, go ahead.
Who on earth turns down that money, bro? I'm sorry.
I'm not even saying that he's gonna turn down the money.
Yeah, he's
I'm
not
just
really
saying,
but like. The direction of the franchise, like the Mavericks' direction, is way better than the Pelicans. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Fair. Yeah. Okay, then let me ask y'all this: is this Porzingis situation, or not Porzingis, but is this Zion situation that much different than the Porzingis situation in New York?
No, because they're not disrespecting their best player. That's why. So I
mean, they are disrespecting Zion right now.
Like you gotta wait. I mean, they have a plan. I think they have a plan.
What plan?
I think Zion will give it 2 more years, and if he'll be out.
I think he won't
want to be that man.
I don't think Zion is going to reject the. You got to be a pretty trash franchise for somebody to.
I mean, what are the Pelicans?
I don't think so, bro.
The Pelicans are one of the worst franchises in the league right now.
He won't leave because they're gonna give him the max, and players are gonna take that max deal. Like after next season, this is 3rd season. Yeah, his third after this next offseason, he's going to take the max. And if he doesn't take the max, that'd be kind of crazy because I ain't gonna lie. You usually take the money when you can take the money. You never know what can happen. Like so, yeah. I just think it's just a done deal. But he is going to be. If I'm Zion, I'll do this. This next season, right? You already know that the team sucks already. but you know that the team sucks, but the front office has to do something to where, hey, we got to bring in some more talent onto this team. If they don't make any adjustments, like nothing, go to the media, say I'm not happy. From that point on, they'll do something. They'll have to do something at that point.
But that's the thing. You shouldn't have to do that if you're Zion, man. Like, you shouldn't have to do that shit. If I'm him, I'm like, wow, the fact that this has to be done shows me all I need to know. Trade me the fuck out of here.
Like, the Mavs knew that they had Luka and realized, oh, this guy's nice at basketball. Let's go ahead and put talent around him so he can be even better. And they essentially did that. I think this was like in the middle of his second season when they traded for KP, right?
And I'm not even like, blaming the Mavs for KP.
Yeah, no, at all. I respect the aggressiveness because it's like, okay, you at least realize that, oh, this motherfucker can actually win us some games. And Luka's that nice. You may have missed on the KP trade. We'll still see about that. But the fact that you are still making those
moves, it's already been seen. It's already been seen.
Yeah, you got Tim Hardaway, but like you at least are being aggressive to the point where like Luka can at least say like, okay, they still have the best interest of us trying to win championships or trying to win games.
They got rid of the coach. They got rid of their coach that Luka and him were not seeing eye to eye on. They brought in Jason Kidd, even though I questioned that a little bit. But Jason Kidd is a former all-time great point guard, so he should be able to work with Luka. So like, they're obviously making. What'd you say?
Review.
You definitely caught him, but y'all heard that, right? I don't know if y'all knew that, but yeah.
Wait, what'd y'all say?
You said his coach is a beefed up Rubio. Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, beefed up Rubio. Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
Ricky Rubio, bro.
My goodness.
Stevo, you're in the minority on this one, bro.
Hey man, don't even. All right, man. You just continue.
I'm just trolling. These two are serious though.
Y'all gotta remember
it's the truth. It's the truth.
Nah, just go. Bro,
Steve,
will be an hour.
Steve, what's the difference, bro?
Bro, Ricky Rubio is not like Ricky Rubio, the guy who gets mixed up every season by James Harden. No, sir, I'm not putting him on that same level.
Come on, man.
Bro, that man touches earth every time he's James Harden.
Aren't y'all niggas the same ones that went? Because I remember when James Harden was in Houston, y'all were literally all on his dick saying he's the most unstoppable player in the league and shit.
I'm a backwards Houston Rockets fan. I wasn't here when James Harden was going crazy. I wasn't rooting for the team. I'm good on them.
Wow, this guy jumped on when they sucked.
No. Is that I am a Houston Rockets fan. Let me preface this. I am a Rockets fan. I was with us through the days with Luis Scola, that 2019 with Aaron Brooks. I know the team, but when we started doing some fuck shit, when we had great players and we started trading them because they didn't fit this style of play, or we had Carmelo at one point and said that he was washed, and then we had to come back into the league and prove everybody wrong. I didn't like the style of play. I didn't like what we did, and I just felt like the team needed a culture reset. And I really wasn't rooting for the team. But when they had that Harden trade, best believe I put out my Rockets jersey, my Yao Ming jersey, and put that whole back on.
So wait, who were you a fan of at the time when you weren't representing?
I'm a LeBron fan off rip, so I was rooting for LeBron. But I'm a LeBron fan, and I root for my hometown team, Houston Rockets.
So he's a bronzexual and a Rockets fan.
Man.
Hey, I won't lie. I like the Rockets' future. I won't even lie, bro.
Hey, trust me. Hey, man.
It does look nice. I can't lie.
Jacob, Jalen Green, KPJ, man.
Speaking of
Jay Sean Tate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Jay Sean Tate. Okay, I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, but we go see.
But speaking of like exciting prospects, the summer league is starting tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, I don't even use.
Well, I thought it's already started.
Well,
it's like a different league.
Yeah, there's like multiple different areas or leagues, and this is the good one. This is the one where like the actual NBA players playing. So
this is the good one.
Yeah, no, this is where the fucking rookies and sophomore plays actually.
I'm excited to see my boy.
Hey, have y'all on a side note, I guess this is pertaining to the issue, but or the subject. On a side note, y'all seen those clips of Kuminga and Moody?
Oh yeah,
Kuminga looking. Nah,
Kuminga looked nice, man. He looked. I'm not gonna boost him because those are clips and they're not all that.
It's
but
summer
still,
league, bro. It's summer league.
Yeah, I know. But you saw how.
Yeah, I saw.
Pause. But you saw how big that nigga looked.
Bro,
that nigga is huge. Pause.
Yo,
like y'all flame him in the comment section. Y'all do that.
Yo, Kuminga is large, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Bro, but are we lying, Stevo? Like the dude is pretty big.
I ain't gonna lie.
bro.
He has a big frame. He has a big frame. I will say that. He had like a tween cross and drove and dunked. I was like, okay, this looks kind of crazy right here.
Exactly, bro. That dude look nice.
I think Kuminga will be good, but I think he's actually be really bad for his rookie season.
I wouldn't be.
Nah, I think on a team like the Warriors that have a great developmental
I don't think he's
staff.
playing that much, to be honest. Looking at
I can't wait to see the Portland.
He can start. He can start. He could take on that Harris. Oh no, my bad.
No,
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins is playing.
Wiggins. Yeah. My bad. I forgot Wiggins. Yeah. But he could take. I was gonna say he could take on the Barnes role, but I guess not. Wiggins can do that. Wiggins is low-key Harrison Barnes 2.0 anyway. So
have y'all seen the Trailblazers summer team?
Don't say that, bro.
No, I have not.
It's full of 30-year-old vets who are looking for.
Bro, I can't believe Kevin Knox is in the summer league still, bro.
Yeah, Kevin Knox.
Bro, that's like failing the class and you're back with
it's being held back. You're being held back.
Like you're being asking you like how many times have you taken this class? Like, oh, don't worry about it, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like you shouldn't be doing it, man.
That meme of Jordan saying I'm back, and then it's like Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox is never really good in the summer league like that. I don't think so.
He's always been ass. I'm not gonna lie, his career literally ended in summer league when Zion ripped the ball out of his hands. That was it.
That was is embarrassing.
That was him. I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah, no,
that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
He needs to
Zion Loki made a name of himself off of that play on his head.
He bullied that man.
So who are y'all excited for this summer league? I'm excited, obviously, for the top three.
Same,
Jalen Green, Evan Mobley.
I'll say Houston and Pistons. Houston and Detroit. Those are two teams that are gonna be really, really nice. I like them.
So I believe the best matchup for tomorrow is Rockets in Cleveland. It's Evan Mobley and Isaac Crow versus Jalen Green, Sengun, and Josh Christopher. Is he playing? I'm not sure.
Okoro's playing too, right?
Yeah, Isaac Okoro.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called? I can't wait to see Cade play. I also can't wait to see the Bucks play with my man Mahmoud. I'm not even sure if he's over.
Cade and Josh Giddey play against each other tomorrow. So
Josh Giddey, bro, I'm not excited to see him, bro.
Honestly, you're freaking weird. But honestly, I'm really just happy to see Kuminga and Moody because the Bulls don't really have any picks. So I'm happy. I'm gonna be happy to see Kuminga and Moody. Really, since the Warriors, I root for them partially. Since I'm a Steph fan.
Bust franchise, bro.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. By the way, props to the Warriors for getting that contract extension done with Steph.
Oh yeah, bro. He's getting $60 million by the end of his contract, bro.
By the way, is this a hot take to say that I think Steph is going to end up like as a billionaire?
Oh
no, he will end up as a billionaire. He'll end up.
Bro, he'll end up.
If he's not a billionaire, he's not. He's a bust, bro. He's a bust.
Yeah. That's how NBA Twitter is on everything, man. Don't go ahead and comment something weird just because, like, gosh.
Yeah, he's a bust. If he does, but I do think Steph is on pace to become a billionaire because, like, for one, we all know the franchise deals and all that shit that he's gotten. The endorsements have been crazy for him. He was literally the face of the league for a while, which honestly, I'm gonna be real. Nobody has ever really been the face of the league on LeBron's watch other than Steph.
I think.
That's fair. That's fair.
Think, Curry.
Maybe
he's gotten like $500 million. Well, guaranteed now over his entire NBA career. Just
it might even be more, honestly.
It's just like alone his NBA career. I'm not even talking about like
endorsements. Yeah, because he's a fake Under Armour. That's their main athlete, right?
Yeah.
So he's making money.
Tom Brady, I believe, is also, but Curry's bigger.
It's gonna be crazy now. People are really making $60 million.
Wait, Brady's with Under Armour?
I'm pretty sure, isn't he?
Yeah, Brady.
I thought Brady has the whole TB12 thing. But that might not even be. That might not even be a.
He's an Under Armour ambassador. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's a dub. Wow, that's a huge dub. They got Tom Brady and Steph Curry.
Yeah, still not wearing them shoes.
Then again, football is a little. Then again, football is a little bit different because cleats and stuff. So, and Under Armour cleats are pretty hard. I ain't gonna lie. I've had some Under Armour cleats before back in the day, so I'll give them that. But what's next, Darius? What's next on the list?
The final topic is biggest winners and losers of free agency. So I was gonna give it like just.
Let me give
let's
my
start with
first
the
loser.
winners. All right.
Oh, we're gonna start with the winners.
Winners.
Yeah, let's go with the winners first.
Bulls, the obvious winner.
I would say Bulls. Who else?
I would say Bulls, Warriors, Nets. I think are winners because yes, they lost
Nets.
Jeff Green. Yeah, because look, yes, they lost Jeff Green, but they locked up KD for another contract. Ironically, I think KD just did that.
The Nuggets.
Despite,
The Nuggets are winners.
Stephen A. Wait, what?
Yeah.
How are they winners?
Bro, did you see the moves? They got
They got
Jeff
Jermichael.
Green, Bones.
Michael re-signed Will Barton, bro. What's it called? Got Bones. That was amazing, bro. Amazing.
I mean, I guess I don't consider them winners. They're just whatever. But to me, I would say the winners are the Bulls, the Warriors, the Nets. I would say the Nets are winners because they stole Patty Mills for essentially nothing.
Pistons.
Pistons are winners.
Magic.
And whatever.
I mean, they won the draft heavily, so I don't know about the offseason, but the draft for sure.
No, they're not.
And the Rockets. The Rockets are free agency. My bad. We're talking about free
Yeah, I'm
agency.
looking. I'm thinking of more so free agency.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was
why'd you
thinking
say
offseason in total, but yeah, sure.
Pistons low key took a dub, but Kelly Olynyk, that was a really good pickup in my opinion.
That was
As much as I fucking hate him, that is a good pickup.
Yeah. But let's move on to the losers because there's way more to talk about with the losers. We've already talked about the Pelicans. They're obvious.
Wait, I feel
losers.
like there's one more winner.
The Lakers are a winner.
There's another
What?
winner.
The Lakers?
Lakers are winners. I said that.
Yeah, Lakers are winners.
From
Lakers are
what
winners.
last year?
I will
Yeah.
say, I thought they were like in a tough situation with Dennis Schroeder and all that, but they
By the way,
We didn't even mention they could still make another move with Dennis Schroeder. They definitely could make another move.
nobody really wants him, which leads into my first loser of free agency. Dennis Schroeder and Andre Drummond are the biggest player losers, I would say, among all the
player losers.
Oh yeah, they're player losers because Dennis Schroeder, you should have just taken the 80 mil, bro.
Oh,
you
do
should have
y'all
just taken
think
the 80 mil.
do y'all think the Knicks are winners?
The Knicks.
Knicks?
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk.
No,
they're winners.
they're not
They're
winners.
Why
The
not?
Knicks.
Oh, Kemba. My bad. They did get Kemba. That's a dub.
They
Yeah,
replaced
yeah.
they replaced Alfred Payton with Kemba Walker.
I think they
Whitmer.
overpaid. They overpaid the hell out of Fournier.
Fournier?
They
What was
overpaid
it? What was it? 4 years, 78.
Yeah, $78 million.
Well, that's how much he's worth though. Like he's worth.
No, he's
close
not
to-
worth. He's not.
What's he
worth?
worth? Less than. He's not worth less than 15 mil though.
That's literally market, bro. You can't really.
No,
come on.
bro. 15 mil over 3 years would have been a $45 million contract.
Okay, well, so they gave him what, close to 20 mil, like 19.
Yeah, that's no.
But the past 2 seasons he's averaging close to 20 points per game. Like you
Bro,
gotta still.
on a garbage Magic. First of all, I close to 20 points per game. Averaging 20 points per game is not that impressive anymore. It's really not. And secondly, the Magic have been one of the worst offenses in the league. Hey, I'm looking at it right now. Last year, he averaged 20 with the Mavericks, and I'm rounding up. And the Mavericks, not the Mavericks, the Magic. Yeah, the Magic. And the Magic were an awful team, one of the worst offenses in the league. And even in the other years, 18.5, 15.1, 17.8. He's not much of a playmaker. He's a bad defender. You're telling me you're paying this guy $78 million?
He's literally shooting close to 40% from 3 for the
I don't
past
give
few
a shit if
seasons.
he is, bro.
And he's putting up close to like pretty good efficiency. Like
I don't care.
I still think he's getting paid a little bit too much. I think 20 like okay, so 4 years 78 million is like a little bit over 19 mil. I think he's close to around that 15 to 17 mil type player. But I think that in the market
15
now,
at the
like
most, bro. 15
what
at the
Smooth
most.
said, yeah, like what Smooth said, like the market now you gotta pay guys. He's a shooter. Like you gotta pay guys a little bit more to
value, bro. Like you have to pay.
Nah, not Evan Fournier.
Oh, okay.
JSmooth literally just told me earlier out of his own mouth that you could get shooters for cheap that could give you more.
Like,
but the Knicks literally needed like
Evan Fournier is literally Buddy Hield, worse shooting and a little bit better defense. That's
okay,
it, bro.
Okay. Well, I mean, I still think that it's a good pickup for the Knicks. I think getting the fact that they brought everybody back and then brought in Kemba and Fournier, it's a dub.
No, I like Fournier on the team. I just think he's overpaid. That's it.
Okay, yeah. All right.
He's gonna look overpaid regardless, but that's his market.
All right.
That's just typical Knicks stuff.
How about the losers now? How about the losers?
Oh, let me get this one, bro. Let me get this one. The Celtics are fucking weirdos. Let's just address something first. They trade Kemba Walker for Al Horford. and Moses Brown. I like Moses Brown on the team, but then they move him to the Mavericks for Josh Richardson. And this is not Miami Heat Josh Richardson. He's on an expiring contract, and he's injury prone. And also, I actually thought Moses Brown would have been better on the Celtics. And what's funny is they traded for Al Horford, and Al Horford is the same guy that they avoided not paying a couple years ago. So you traded one bad contract for another, and the other contract you traded for is the contract that you tried to avoid giving in the past. So that's an L no matter how you look at it. And then they move to get Chris Dunn. Yes, Chris Dunn is a great defensive player, but he's injury prone, and offensively, he's not giving him much. And as a Bulls fan, I can confirm that myself. So they still lack a playmaker. They still lack a big. And let's not forget, they lost Daniel Tice. They let him go. Or I think they traded him to the Bulls last year. Yeah, we got Daniel Tice last year. And yes, Rob Williams is there, but Rob Williams is still not that good.
Oh my gosh.
He's still not that good, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say, JSmooth.
Bro, like what you said.
Like, okay, you know what? I wouldn't say he's bad. He's not bad. He's okay.
Everything you're saying, a lot of it is just lies, false.
Lies?
Yes. I mean, listen to me, bro. First off, you said you like Moses Brown. Moses Brown is a defensive liability 7. Liability. He's a defensive liability
I got some news to drop after y'all are done with this.
Like he is literally a defensive liability 7-footer. Right?
Oh shit! I just seen that shit.
Yeah.
Hold up, Jason. Let's put that on pause, actually. Because
what happened? What happened?
So the NBA has opened up investigations into possible tampering violations involving 2 sign and trade deals become completed in free agency between the New Orleans Pelicans and Chicago Bulls center on.
I already. Oh no!
Pain.
Why are they doing this, bro? Fuck the NBA, bro.
NBA is expected to examine early contact on those deals ahead of the opening of free agency at 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday.
Bro, why does the NBA have to do this shit? They're acting like this shit is new, bruh. Why are they doing this shit, bruh?
Wait,
that is tough.
If there's tampering, what exactly happens?
I mean,
so you get fined, or
they could lose.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they can rescind the trade, can they?
No, they can't.
They can move the first round pick. They could do basically whatever they want to, bro.
I don't think.
I mean, we lost all our first round picks, so who cares?
Gonna make him play with one arm behind his back.
I think a fine will probably happen. That's mostly what's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think you can rescind the trade, right?
They don't hit big markets with that big stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember like a few years ago when the Cavs traded for I think it was Patrick McCaw. They were investigating and seeing if they doing some fuck shit, and they were warning that would take around a first round pick if they saw something.
Imagine taking away
Patrick McCaw.
Magic taking away.
By the way, that pick turned into Darius Garland. By the way, I just want to let you guys know. So,
oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna imagine having to go back to New Orleans. Damn, Lonzo. Damn.
Bro, what if New Orleans said, "Hey, check on that because we kind of want some more shit for Lonzo, no cap."
They probably said we're gonna give you a stake in Big Baller Brand.
David Griffin, hey, don't forget y'all owe me a favor for getting LeBron a ring. Just saying.
Wait, you know who's a big loser? A very, very big loser? The city of Portland. City of Portland.
Ah, good Portland. That's a fact.
Portland is an entire. Let me just say this, man. This man, Damian Lillard. I am talking to you, my good sir. I need you immediately. Tell your people to ask for a trade right now because this front office, they are not your people. They are not your friends.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Don't
they can't do, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all cannot blame. They can't. First of all, they can't do anything right now. I blame them for not trading CJ a year or two ago, but they can't do anything right now, bro. And I knew this shit was gonna happen. When Dame said, "Oh, I talked to the front office and if they don't make any major moves, then we're gonna have to have a conversation." And dude, Dame, what major moves are you talking about? What do you want them to do? I will admit, the Trailblazers only got worse this offseason. They lost Melo, they lost Enes Kanter, they still have CJ McCollum.
Kanter sucks, bro.
Of course, but they were still serviceable on the Blazers. They were still serviceable.
Not Enes Kanter.
No, I'm not going for no.
Maybe not Kanter.
I'm not giving no positivity to the front office of Portland. I'm not gonna lie to you. This team, has been stagnant for the past 6 years. Like they haven't made any major move.
I agree.
I mean, but they're
to
like
Dame.
what
And I will say,
according to JSmooth, they shouldn't have traded CJ a couple years ago.
they should. Oh no, they need to get rid of him right now. They need to do something. I won't lie to you. At this point, I think that I don't know who said it. I think it was you, Mustard. Where some people just want to be relevant.
Good.
Exactly.
I think it was Jono. Jono said that.
No, that was
some
me.
Teams,
Some teams just want to be relevant.
They just want to be relevant. And it's to the point now. It's like
that's a
Damian
fact.
Lillard. I respect the fact that he wants to be, loyal, and that's who he is. And I'm not saying change who you are, nothing like that. But what I will say is, some teams are just using that against you or holding that against you because
not the Blazers, bro.
They are, bro.
They're using that. They're using that as an excuse not to get better.
That's a fact.
Like, look at what they did this offseason. They went ahead and brought in Cody Zeller.
That's it.
Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller.
Tell me some other moves that they could have made.
They re-signed. They couldn't make any moves.
It's not just making moves. It's the fact that they need to be aggressive in trying to change the culture and what they're in right now. It's the same thing the entire past 6 years.
Don't you think they're trying to do that? You don't.
No, they're not.
They're not. Stop. They're not, bro. Stop making excuses.
How do you know? Are you in the Portland front office?
Are you?
No. But
stop making excuses for these niggas. You don't know.
I know for a fact that.
Okay, JSmooth. Should they have traded CJ McCollum a couple years ago?
Yes, maybe.
Okay, so why are you making excuses for them now? This shit is just coming back to bite them in the ass. This is what they deserve. They had the highest payroll in the league at a point in time, all on CJ, Dame, and Nurk. Are you serious?
The reason why they brought those dudes back is because, as you saw, they had a successful run. And they made it to the conference final.
You're not hearing my point, though. Did they peak in that moment?
They did, but they didn't know. They thought their team would be better.
No, everybody knew that they peaked. Everybody knew that they peaked. Everybody knew. Dude, they got swept by the Warriors without KD.
But the thing is, I think this is the off season where they had to be aggressive. Because I look at it this way: 2017 was it 20? Which year was it where Dame got put?
I can't really blame them for this, bro. They had nothing. They couldn't do anything.
What year was Dame put into Rikers by Drew Holiday? What year was that? 2017 or 2018?
Oh, that was like 2018. Yeah.
Okay, 2018 they got put into Rikers, right?
Yeah.
The next year, 2019, they had a good run. CJ hooped. Dame was really hooping the first half of that playoffs.
They should not have lost in the conference finals, though. They should not.
They shouldn't have been swept. Period, though. They shouldn't have been swept.
No. They lost because Dame got hurt during that run.
Bro, I don't want to hear
that. That's besides. Okay, I feel that. But besides the point, they should have been swept.
Stevo, I don't want to let this nigga get over. No, yeah, you better say never mind. Stop trying to make excuses for niggas, bro. Stop doing that shit. They were up 17 points in 3 out of the 4 games. Stop making excuses. Dame shot below 40% from the field. CJ shot below 40% from the field. Dame got stripped by Iggy on one of the last plays of the game. Stop making excuses, bro.
I was gonna say that.
No. I don't want to let you finish because you started off by making an excuse saying the nigga was injured. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on.
Let me finish, bro.
No, I'm not gonna let you finish when you start off with an excuse.
I was literally gonna say that if you let me finish. Stop it, bro. I was literally gonna say they did choke and they shouldn't have done that, bro. Jesus Christ. Literally, the Blazers, but they're still in a bad spot, right?
Yeah.
And I don't blame.
They're in no man's land, though. There's nothing they can do right now. I'm sorry.
I don't blame them for running it back because the season after it could have been really good if literally all their players didn't get hurt again, right? They keep getting hit with the injury bug, and it sucks, right? But it's a part of basketball, right? What's it called? Also, season after, right? This upcoming season, they got hurt again, right? But they still lost to the Nuggets, which they shouldn't have lost to begin with. But I'm not gonna completely get on them for running it back because they thought, hey guys, we can build off of this since we made such a far run, and plus the Warriors are not gonna be good anymore. So we have a chance. I can't blame them for thinking that,
This is what I'll say to that because I get what you're saying. But this is my whole problem with the Blazers as a whole. It's the fact that all these teams that you are competing against have all made drastic moves to get better, or they have talent on their roster that has gotten to superstar level talent. And I view it like the Blazers, they brought in Robert Covington one year, and he's a good, he's a solid player to add to a team. Carmelo gave them something, solid player to add to a team. You can look at all the small players on their team, that are good. But the core of your team compared to other teams' core, your 3 guys, Nurkic, Dame,
Not even
McCollum,
close.
it's not close. It's just not close. And it comes to a point where you have to do something drastic or and again, this isn't just I'll be and I was trolling a little bit. I won't put all of this on the front office because it does fall back on Dame because Dame isn't being aggressive in this like if he was putting like if he does what Giannis did and tells them like, hey, I want to win a championship here, but you guys have to do something. Push the front office to go make moves that are aggressive in winning a championship.
I mean, to be fair, he did come out to the media and let it known that like he had a conversation and shit. So he did technically put pressure on them.
And look what
There's
they
just
did.
there's nothing they can do though, Stevo. There's really nothing they can do.
Update in the situation, bro. Update. So apparently they can fine up to $10 million, suspension of executives, or give up draft picks or void contracts. They can also have their communications, such as phone records, texts, and emails, randomly audited. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's maybe we have to think about the Bulls being winners. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, no cap. If that happens, bro, fuck the NBA. Like I don't know some real shit. Because I've dead ass seen these niggas do some shit. Bro, this is bullshit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If they actually did that, that's like literally when Kevin Love went to Cleveland, like everybody knew that LeBron pulled that shit off. Everybody knew that, bro. Like tampering happens all the fucking time.
That's kind of bullshit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
This is bullshit.
It's a little bit too much.
Because Kawhi literally did it. Kawhi and PG literally did it, and nobody cared.
Exactly, bro. They even reported it. They reported Kawhi talking to these niggas before free agency opened up.
Well, what? How is tampering like? I mean, like I feel like everybody.
But to be fair, Kawhi was a free agent, so I guess that was cool.
Technically that's not cool. I don't
think PG can still do that though.
You can't.
A free agent.
Not only that.
PG's on an NBA team though.
PG was still on the team. Russell Westbrook. Now we've even heard reports that Russ even went to Kawhi and said, "Hey, I want to play with you." Like, come on, man.
I don't get what like. How exactly would you even know if it's tampering? Like, if I tell someone like, "Oh, you want to team up?"
They said text messages, so I assume somebody snitched.
And just someone has a vendetta against the Chicago Bulls.
No, it's David Griffin. David Griffin is a bitch. Fuck him.
Adam Silver is just
Griffin realized he got jugged and said, "Yeah, let's see if we could switch this."
Or
up.
low key, maybe LeVar snitched on Lonzo because he wants him to go team up with his brother.
Hey, yo, I need you on the Hornets.
Yo, imagine that man has not. I have not heard that man's name in years.
You LeVar?
Yes. He's chilling. LeVar is chilling.
LeVar is chilling, but he's a winner. LeVar, I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the biggest winners in the NBA, bro. All 3 of his kids made the league, and now
not LiAngelo. Not in LiAngelo yet.
LiAngelo does technically have a chance. He is in summer league right now.
Bro, no one's gonna pick him up, bro. They're picking him up. They only have him.
The thing is, they're playing basketball.
The Hornets could pick him up. The Hornets could pick him up. They could.
Bro, that China shit fucked his career. It literally just fucked it.
Yeah,
up.
it did.
It was so dumb too. Like he actually could have. Man,
that's wild.
I mean, he was. Everybody knew he was the worst one, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, I swear, I was like, I used to say, bro, he's gonna be the best.
And it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I was always saying that LaMelo to be the best and LiAngelo was gonna be the worst.
But to be fair, you notice how LeVar talked up Lonzo and got him to be the second overall pick with all the hype that he had put around him. But then with LaMelo, he didn't have to talk shit about LaMelo. He didn't have to raise up LaMelo because he already knew LaMelo was going to be the best. Everybody knew that.
LiAngelo, I knew he wasn't going to be that crazy when I saw him drop like 90 with no left hand. Like he didn't have no left hand in high school. He had no left hand in high school. I saw that. Like he was literally shooting post fades. He'd be going left, going right. Like, nah, bro. I was like, yeah, his left hand is just not there. But that's all good, man.
We all knew LaMelo was the truth when he pointed at half court and pulled up. We all knew from that moment forward that nigga was gonna be something different, bro. But
they're winning, bro.
I want to bring up another loser. I think the Kings. Y'all think the Kings?
Oh yeah.
I actually looked into this. I don't think that they're losers because I honestly think that the pick with Davion Mitchell, if we're talking about like offseason, or are we talking about trades as well? I mean, offseason like draft picks or
we're talking about free agency, right?
Free agency?
I was thinking more of offseason, but yeah, I guess.
I mean, what did they really do in free agency? Tristan Thompson?
They traded DeLon Wright and they got
Tristan Thompson? Is that it?
I think so. I think
That's
they made
really
another
it.
move. I think they made another move. I don't remember though.
They re-signed Mo Harkless, and then they got
They got
Rashawn
Holmes.
Holmes.
Rashawn Holmes on a bargain deal.
Oh, yeah, Rashard
That's a
Oh,
Holmes.
that's
dub.
that's
a
yeah,
dub.
that's a dub.
That is
Yeah, and
huge, bro.
Davion Mitchell. I mean, in that one game that I saw, he was actually looking pretty good. So I
Bro,
mean,
but he's
That's not a good pick. That's not a good pick.
yeah,
That's
no,
not
it's
a
not.
good
It's not.
pick,
It's not
bro.
a good pick for that team. But I mean, it's just like we'll
But
just
to
have
be
see.
fair, if he comes off the bench, because I assume they're gonna move Buddy to the bench now for Tyrese, right? I mean, I assume they have to.
No, they might
So
just start
it-
all three of them.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my!
God forbid, bro. But let's just hope they do the logical thing, though. Let's assume they do the logical thing, though.
It's funny, bro, because that lineup was actually really good in the regular season.
I think they should trade.
I don't
they should
know.
trade Bagley. They should trade Bagley more than likely.
Yeah,
They're still gonna be the worst defensive team in the league. Oh my gosh! I don't care,
Bro, y'all act like whatever. I don't even want to get back.
It
to
is.
that,
It
but
is
my
the worst
point-
defensive team in the league, bro.
No, they are. But to me, man, like the Kings. I mean, whatever. Let's just move on, bro.
You got frustrated just hearing that name.
You know,
It's just like,
who's a big
They've
loser
been
too.
bad for so long, bro. Like I just don't like talking about them.
Wait, who's the big loser?
The Timberwolves. They haven't done nothing. They have done nothing. Like they're
But
only.
to be fair, I think the Timberwolves are just looking at health as their biggest obstacle because they have Cat and D'Lo for a good portion of the
And
season.
they looked pretty good, but it was such a small sample size. I don't know if that's a good.
Yeah, they
idea.
did look good though. I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the season, they did look good. I'm not gonna cap on that. And with Anthony Edwards, I think Edwards has potential on the defensive end. More
Anthony
than
Edwards
a lot
become
of
the
people are
best
giving
player
him
on the
credit.
Timberwolves by the end of next season. Promise you.
Hey, that's not
Literally
too hot.
Michael
That's not too
Jordan,
hot
bro.
of a take. That's not too hot of a take.
Can't believe they
Okay.
wanted to trade Michael
Better than
Jordan
Cat facts.
for
I
Ben
mean,
Simmons.
let's be real. Michael Jordan is just Anthony Edwards against plumbers. Let's just keep it a buck. But,
You're disrespecting your own goat. That's crazy.
Wow.
Bro, I was joking. Fuck you, Darius.
Crazy, bro.
I mean, we all know Jordan's greater than your entire franchise, so just saying.
You know what? I'm not even gonna deny it, bro.
real quick, bro.
Because that man
Real
fucking
quick.
killed it. That man
Jordan owns
murdered
your
us every
franchise.
time. He was literally the reason why we didn't have like multiple championships, bro. Fuck that dude.
Oh,
bro.
y'all think y'all were gonna win rings?
Yes.
Yo,
if he didn't
oh,
exist, we would have won
Max had
some.
a chance, bro.
Who? Who?
Mark
Cleveland
Price
Cavaliers,
and
bro.
Brad Daughtry?
Bro,
Get outta here.
Michael Jordan is literally like
Bro, y'all had like 2
known
good years,
Cavs
bro.
killer.
Move out of here.
What?
Y'all had like 2 years where y'all could have actually won.
That's still
Yo,
impressive.
I'm-
That's still a good chance to win though.
But what happened though? I forgot.
Michael Jordan. That's what fucking happened.
Okay, yeah. So you didn't.
I won't.
win,
I
so-
won't deny it. I won't fucking deny it. He owns us.
Yeah, exactly.
The known
I'm
Cavs
gonna
killer.
say this real quick about the Celtics again, bro. Just to debuff Mustard's point, whatever, right? He said they have
Oh
no
my god, here we go, bro.
like real quick, bro. He said they had no bigs, right? When Al Horford last year was actually pretty solid for the Thunder and really good defense.
What was the Thunder's record?
We were bad, but he was
Okay.
winning us games when he actually played. I'm so serious, bro.
What
Like,
was the record?
yeah, our record was trash because he stopped playing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, our record was trash because he stopped playing. Right?
And what is Al Horford making?
He's making what, 28 mil?
Okay.
And this is basically his last year because he could get his contract waived.
And
next year.
in the games that Al Horford played, they were 11 and 17.
Hey, bro, he was winning us games. But think about it.
Yeah,
Think
winning
about,
you 11 games out of the 38 games.
Think about this.
Or
though. You gotta
28, I
think about
should
this.
say.
You got to think about this. Our roster.
No, you just lied. You just lied. I don't like that.
I'm so like literally. We beat
You
the
just
Suns.
lied.
We beat the Phoenix Suns because of Al Horford.
Wow. You beat
Al-
the Phoenix Suns on one game.
Al Horford. Is
And I'm also looking at another game where you get blown out by 33 points by the New Orleans Pelicans. Shall I keep going?
Yeah, see,
You lost by 30 to the Houston Rockets. Shall I keep going?
That was on purpose, bro.
You lost by 30 to the Denver Nuggets. You lost by 22 to the Knicks.
Listen,
You lost by 23 to the Hawks. And mind you, the Hawks at that time weren't even 500. So
listen,
stop it. Don't use one win to back up your argument.
Listen.
Goof.
Al Horford is still a very solid big man, and he can
Yeah.
really help the Celtics.
That's overpaid.
Not only is he solid playmaker, right, for a team. He can run offense. You know how we've seen Brad Stevens. I'm pretty sure he's going to try to tell the coach to do that. He's really good with that. He can shoot. He's still really good defensively, especially at the 5 position. I mean, it's a great pickup for them considering how bad. And I love Kemba Walker so much. I love him, bro. But Kemba,
Bro, you were literally defending
what?
Kemba, bro.
I swear you were a Kemba hater 2 years ago. What happened, bro? What made you just completely switch up?
Kemba Walker,
No,
Kemba Walker, bro. Kemba Walker was not good last season, right? And I kind of said it. I knew it,
bro. You were defending him, bro.
This is literally what I said was gonna happen. You can go back to the old podcast. I said Kemba's gonna come back. He's not gonna play good.
You did not say that. Yes, what are you talking about?
Go look at it. I said
I don't want to go look at it.
Listen, I said he's not gonna play. Kemba's gonna come back. He's not gonna play well, right? Until the end of the season, to the playoffs. However he's playing in like the first couple of games, right? Then he's gonna come. Then the next season after, if he stayed, he was gonna come back and play really well, right?
JSmooth, did we not tell you after the bubble that they should have traded him?
Yeah, and I said no.
And exactly. So stop it.
They traded him.
Stop it, bro.
Listen.
I don't want to listen. You're wrong.
It was still he was really bad last season, and they got. It was honestly, what's it? Addition by subtraction. You know, they lost him.
The addition by subtraction excuse.
And they also got a better big, got some more bench depth because as much as everybody hates Jay Rich, which I know he didn't play that well this season, he's still better.
And he's injury prone.
He's still better than any of the backup wings that the Celtics had last.
That's not saying much.
They were running
Romeo Langford. Congrats, he's better than Romeo Langford.
I mean, that's something, is it not? Is it not an upgrade on the from the bench?
What does Josh Richardson do good in basketball?
Play defense.
What else?
Spot up, shoot.
That's a lie. He does not do that well.
He has a mid-range game.
That's a lie. He does not do that well.
He does.
That's a lie.
The only thing that he can do, bro. The reason why
the only thing he does okay is play defense.
He plays defense, and
that's it.
Mid-range game.
Honestly, the Celtics just need a point guard. They need a point guard.
Really all they
Thank you. They need a point guard.
They need a playmaking, not just any point guard. I'm surprised they didn't go crazy for Lonzo. Like, I'm actually surprised they didn't go crazy.
Exactly.
But why would you get Lonzo when he can't play making the half court?
Bro, stop that. Yes, he can. The only reason that he hasn't been able to play making the half court is because last year, because that's really the only reference point. The first 2 years in LA, he struggled with his jump shot. The first year in New Orleans, he was inconsistent with his jump shot, so teams didn't respect it. This year, he had to play off ball because of smelly Eric Bledsoe. So ever since he's really gotten his jump shot down, which is essentially last year, he hasn't really had the opportunity to play make in the half court. So stop using that excuse. Stop it.
No. I'm gonna stop you right here. You know why you're wrong, bro? The reason why they stopped him from playmaking in the half court was because Lonzo Ball doesn't attack the rim. That was the main reason why. He always looks to pass, and he's very predictable in that.
But now teams are respecting his jumper, so now he can run a pick and roll. Now he can actually. Go ahead.
Zion was on the team. They were doing that regardless. Even
they don't leave him open anymore.
He's not going to hit off the dribble three, so nobody cares about him.
Bro, but you're missing the point. Even if he's handling the ball, bro. Go ahead. I'm
not missing any points because, like I said, nobody cares when he has the ball in his hand. If you look at the possession,
you telling me you can't just run a pick and roll with Lonzo?
You barely can because he's not going to.
Oh my goodness!
You know what he's going to do. It's true. You know what Zoe is going to do, bro.
So a guy that's an improved free throw shooter. He's an improved mid-range shooter.
How many free throws did he take last year?
But he's a way better free throw shooter.
So you don't think that
he's never been taking that many free throws, and his free throw percentage has still gotten better.
That is
you can't accuse JSmooth. You don't get to do this.
Such a low sample size,
you guys don't get to do this because y'all no. You don't get to do that because you were criticizing him for shooting a low percentage on the same amount of attempts when he was in LA, but now he's shooting a better percentage on the same amount of attempts, and you're like, but he's not even getting to that much.
It's not trustworthy.
No.
So you don't think he's gotten better at free throws?
He did. He did, but like, it's not like, oh my god, like he massively improved on that. Like, I still don't trust that free throw.
That's what I mean, bro. It's like a free throw a game.
It's such a small sample size. Like, I can't trust that.
But it's to the point that now you can't take him out in the fourth quarters. That was the big issue before.
Also, he does not attack the rim. Lonzo,
he doesn't have to attack the rim. In Boston, he doesn't have to do that.
That's how you play make in the half court. If you need a playmaker, right? If you want that dude to run your offense in the half court, you need a dude that's going to shift the defense. If he does not do that, you're going to get a bunch of turnovers.
Wait. I think the biggest thing for me why the Celtics didn't get Lonzo is because you guys don't have anybody that can move the needle offensively for the entire team, like at all. Like
What do you mean?
Tatum
Who's
and Brown.
playmaking anyway?
Tatum and Brown are two guys who can give you 25, but they can give you 25, but also like what else do they do for the entire team?
I mean,
Like,
Tatum's gotten better at playmaking.
they're better playmakers. I remember I actually put out a video on this. I think I said this last time I was on a pod. During that stretch where they were playing great basketball, their best playmaker was Marcus Smart with like 5 assists per game. Like they weren't even like they were still like one of the worst teams when it came to assists per game. Like the analytics sides of assist and playmaking, you can look into that. They were one of the worst teams. You talking about Lonzo Ball not being a great playmaker or in the half court. I mean, you can look into the analytics and say, we can look at the numbers and all that stuff. I think that Lonzo's ability, he's going to be able to help take off playmaking duties from Tatum and Brown and allow those guys to be what they all already. Like Tatum is already going to be a great scorer, an elite scorer.
Yes.
Brown is going to be he's already getting to becoming a really, really good scorer from what he did last season and to play good defense. Like I look at the past few teams on the Celtics with the point guards they had, Kyrie, who was it? Yeah, Kemba, right? Kemba. All three of these guys are kind of the same people. Pure like scoring point guards.
Mhm.
They're not really true playmaking guards that can go ahead and play make for the entire team. I think Lonzo fits that bread, and I was surprised that the Celtics didn't go after a guy like that. And I just feel like he on the market. Now you're looking like who you guys picked up. You guys picked up Horford, Richardson, Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn.
And the thing is, those are guys who I feel like, okay, coming off the bench or wherever they come and whenever they get minutes, they'll give you something that they do best. But the issue still remains with this team playmaking for the entire team. Like that pure playmaker that can, let's like what CP3 did with the Suns right this year. CP3 being that guy that can initiate the offense. I don't really see that guy in the Celtics, and I'm surprised they didn't go after Lonzo.
I see what you're talking about, and the Celtics do really need that. It makes sense completely. But Lonzo, the reason why I say he's not the guy for that specific need, because first off, Celtics are focused on the playoffs right now. That's their main goal, right? They're trying to succeed in the playoffs. For a guy like Lonzo, who, like I said, doesn't attack the rim and doesn't put pressure on defense, they have no reason. Tatum won't have the easy shots that a playmaker would normally give you. Like, you compared it to the CP3 situation, right? CP3 is a guy where, in the pick and roll situation, right? You don't know what to play because he has a mid range that he can go to every single time and shoot 100% throughout the night, or he can take you to the rack sometimes, which is rare for him, but he still has a mid range, right? And he has a step back three that is very reliable, right? So you have to guard him in that situation, or you have to send multiple bodies, which makes it easier for guys like D Book, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton to get buckets, right? Lonzo Ball, in a pick and roll situation, you always play him for the pass. You do that, Lonzo Ball will turn the ball over, or he'll just back it out and try to get the same shot or try to find a pass to a teammate because he doesn't attack the rim or doesn't put any pressure on the defense from any spot of the floor. That's why when Stan Van Gundy said last year at the beginning of the year, before he was even the coach, he said, I'd make Lonzo Ball the 2, right? And kind of run him off ball because his half-court playmaking, to be honest, isn't there, right? He doesn't put any pressure on the defense. That's why Lonzo Ball had a career year because everybody realized his weakness. That's why the Bulls, bro, I'm happy for them for getting Lonzo. Lonzo's a solid playmaker, but the best part about this whole entire offseason for them was the DeRozan deal because DeRozan is their half-court playmaker now. They have somebody that can attract the defense and make that pass, shift the defense, stuff like that. It's very important to playmaking, which is why, for me, I don't like guys like Ben Simmons. I don't like guys like Lonzo. Guys that don't put pressure on defenses and play make. It's useless,
So you think that in the pick and roll, like for instance, say you're running like a simple pick and roll with a roller. Let's say the roller is Vucevic and the ball handler is DeRozan or Lonzo. You believe that DeRozan is the better playmaker?
Yes.
Okay, so then you would assume that the Bulls would play Lonzo more off ball.
Yes.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that because I still think that DeRozan is a good playmaker, but I'm more so like when you bring it back to the Celtics, I'm more so still wondering what they're gonna do at that point guard position. I don't know
I
what
agree.
they're gonna do. I think that's gonna be their biggest. Like that's still their biggest issue to this day. I don't know what. Like number one is size, of course, that they're undersized, and then two is just point guards. They've had an issue trying to figure out who can be the point guard for this team when you have two great scorers. I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
All right.
I think real quick. I think they're trying to do what the Clippers are doing. Like Clippers, they don't really have like one dude that's gonna like set up the offense. I mean, they try to Rondo, but Rondo sucks. You know what I mean? Like they don't have one dude that's trying to set up the offense for them. They have their entire team is like playmaking by committee. One night Paul George has 5 to 10 assists. One night Kawhi has 5 to 10 assists, or like multiple players have so many assists. It's like back what they did with Al Horford. Basically, it was a playmaking by committee, role type stuff. So that's what I think they're gonna do. They should do.
I get that. I get that.
That is it for episode 35. So we will be back next week. Thank you guys for listening, and we're out, man. We out.
So.
We got it.